and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And hello, happy Sunday to you all. It is a Legends and Liquor weekend, so you know what that means. It's a show, it's a virtual hangout with supporters of the channel where we get to talk about some new toys, some toy news, and whatever the hell we like. It's Legends and Liquor. It's a little bit unscripted. We race ducks, drink some alcohol, and just have a little bit of fun. If you didn't get the gimmick, it's Legends, as in Marvel Legends, and Liquor. I'm always drinking Koppelberg, still waiting for that sponsorship. 2 years in, probably never going to happen at this point. But let me take a sip in your honor. Cheers to everybody. Okay. I was up late last night watching the Royal Rumble with Jay's Toys Collection UK, virtually, of course, on his live stream. I think Jamie was there as well for the entirety. So if we all have black eyes today, like bags under our eyes, you know why. You know why. But we watched the Royal Rumble. It was a lot of fun. Today, we are talking toys, of course, and there has been a little bit of Marvel Legends news since the last time we did this. So as always, it's called Legends and Liquor, so we have to acknowledge this. So today, I'm going to be asking people what they think of the the relevant and recent Marvel Legends news, and then I've also just asked them what are they looking forward to in 2023. Now, this doesn't have to be Legends related. This can be anything you want within the toy world. Like, what are you excited about? Like, this year in the world of sort of rising costs all over the place, not just toys. Everyone seems to focus on just toys rising costs, but literally toilet paper costs more. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are far too concerned on what Hasbro's boardroom are doing than just general life. So I'm trying to focus more on my collections, and I think Legends, of course, is one of them, but I can't get everything. I'm picking and choosing. I think Turtles is a big deal for me. Of course, I dabble with Joe's as well. This is the year of the Hiss Tank as well, so I know Joe's is going to have a great year. So, yeah, I'm sort of focusing in on my collections. That's what I'm doing. But I want to know what you guys are excited about. So, if you are joining me today, have a little think about that. What are you excited about in 2023? Is it something that's already announced that you're excited to get? Is there something yet to be announced, but you think it's on its way? Are you making a prediction? Are there any wish lists out there? Always curious to hear those type of thoughts. And again, it's still January, and it's the last Legends and Liquor in January, so let's look forward and still wish list, predict, or whatever you want to do for 2023 while we talk about some Legends as well. Okay, so let me get into the housekeeping first and foremost. You know what it is. It's Legends and Liquor. It's just a gimmick, people. You don't actually have to drink alcohol. Just bring your favourite drink and let's talk toys, collectibles, and whatever. I have to legally say that for YouTube's sake because I can't be encouraging anyone to drink, of course. So just a gimmick, people. Just a gimmick. If you like long-form nonsense, and you're in the right place, people. Okay, go and check out me and Rich, the super producer, every single Thursday. We talk all the Marvel Legends news, and last week we just talked a lot about food, the difference between American and UK food. So yeah, very, very random. This show is meant to be the nonsense show, but with me and Rich in charge in a minute, Brandon leaving has just made us into a mess. But anyway, today's Legends and Liquor. If you are a channel member, of course, that is your gateway in. We did a Joe's and Juice top 10 classified on the channel right now, me, Tom, and Mark. I have no doubts we'll be back in February because Joe's team have already announced that we're going to have a fan first in February with new reveals, new pre-orders, etc. So we'll be back in February, and I'm sure me and Tanner will have some turtle related stuff to talk about today, but of course we'll be back as well in February for Turtles and tea. Just waiting for that news to pile up a little bit more, but we do have some. And of course, if you want to contribute to the nonsense, to the channel, then please do so. Anything over £4 or $4, then you can be a part of the show. Literally, Friday will read out your super chat, forever go down in history as part of the live stream, and it also helps me to do what I do. So I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. And of course, hit that join button. That's what today's show is all about. Legends and Liquor was created so I could literally give my time and invest my time into the people that were genuinely supporting the channel. So you hit that join button at the Members Club tier, you literally become part of the channel, okay? It is so simple, and I'm sure anyone who's a channel member will justify that for me. So yeah, please hit that join button. It's 2023, brand new year. Get involved. Let's get some fresh faces on Legends and Liquor. Of course, we'll race some ducks at the end of the stream as well. Shout out Wade as well in Parallel Universe, who is also live simultaneously while I'm live. He does breakfast bars. Now, I can't change the time of my show this took finagling with the missus, and I've been doing this for over 2 years now. It's only once every 2 weeks, so I do apologise about the maybe the overlap of viewership, but it's all good. It's all good. I do have some comics to talk about today, but I won't be breaking them down as such. But let me talk about some stuff before I get Group 1 in here, okay? So what have I got to talk about? Okay, first things first. First things first. Make sure you go and check out my latest review on the channel right now. It is, of course, this free pack, thanks to the super producer himself. Sent me this. Jubilee's his favourite. He sent it me after he got his hands on his from Canada. So I did a review. I'll be sending this back to him this week. Figures look great. Look forward to completing that team in hand myself. There's a full review with lots of different comparisons and all of that on the chart. As you know the way I do things. I like to try and answer the questions that I'd want answering about particular action figures. We all know what they look like, but I'm always curious like how they look with other teams, how they do head swaps and stuff like that. So go and check out the review for that free pack on the channel right now, of course. Thank you very much once again to the super producer Rich M. Now, some stuff I have got since the last show I just thought worthy of a little mention. So I do want to send a special thank you to Mike Hex. I know he's not very well at the minute, so sending wow wishes to Mike Hex. I'm sure he's lurking in the background somewhere. He sent me a parcel this week, and I've realised I've figured out the trick, right? So, we always get parcels and we're hiding them from the missus and trying to, like, keep her away from all the stuff we've been buying. Well, I've figured it out, people. Well, at least for me, anyway, I've figured it out. So what I've came to realise is, if in that parcel, in that package of toys, you also put in there something that she likes, like snacks. My missus loves, like, cookies, biscuits, sweets. Like, she's a snacker, right? So if I also have snacks in that parcel of toys, she gets just as excited as me when a parcel arrived. So basically, this all started off because D Blake Makes, shout out D Blake Makes, you can see the sign behind me. Damien sent me a parcel with a couple of Oreos in it that we don't really get in the UK, and Amanda was quite partial to them. So I sort of planted those seeds with my American friends, and Mike went and filled a box full, literally a box full of cookies. I think Amanda's favourite were Chips Ahoy. He also put some sweets in there and some crisps in there and stuff like that. So when the box arrived, like, Teddy barks at the door as he does, but Amanda ran to the door, do you know, like, instead of me. And she grabbed this big box and ran upstairs to me and was like, here's the box. And she was like stood over me, lingering over me, like as I'm opening it, because she knew there was something in there for her. So like, I opened it, full of cookies, throwed all the cookies at her. I got my toys, ran away. She didn't even comment, notice, or anything. She was too hyper focused on her snacks. So distraction is the key, people. All right, I figured it out. Distraction is the key. So if anyone sends me anything now, you've got to sort of put some cookies in there. I'll pay you for the cookies, of course, but we need to keep this trend going. Now she's excited. Now she's asking when the next parcel's coming. So I'm like, and now the floodgates are open. Yeah, I'm going to get requests and everything. So shout out to Damien for kicking that off. And thank you to Mike Hex for literally filling this box full of cookies. But what was in there for me, you ask? I heard no one ask, but I'm going to answer it anyway. It was turtle-related stuff. So you know me, love the Turtles, and Playmates at the minute, they can't make anything new. They just re-release all the old crap that no one wants. But there is some old stuff that we do want, some of the retro stuff. And don't know if you know this, and Emoji may give it away on the channel, but I'm quite partial to a particular turtle who wears purple. He may just be the best turtle. He does machines, if you didn't know. So I'm trying to like create a little mini retro Donatello display where I get all the different variants of Donatello. Like I've got him in disguise, and I added a new one today, thanks to Mike. It is Super Don. So this obviously was the Playmates toy. They never did the Dark Turtle, but this is the closest to it, okay? So for me as a kid, this was the Dark Turtle that was on the cartoon, because it's Donatello as Batman, essentially. So this is what I used as the Dark Turtle from the Teenage Mutant Ninja cartoon in the early 90s. And now I have it on card. So Mike basically ordered these for me, and you got Rocksteady and Bebop as well. Rocksteady and Bebop. And again, we are getting Rocksteady and Bebop in their cartoon versions of these in NECA 2-pack later this year as well. So it's great that I have all these now on card. These are staying on card, by the way. There is also another turtle. I think it's Michelangelo. Yeah, it's Mikey. Mikey as a superhero as well. So all those four came in a sort of sewer box set like that from Walmart. Not in the UK. For some reason, Playmates don't like the UK. So they were from Walmart, and the first box arrived with a few dings in it. So Mike sort of said to Walmart, like, we wanted to keep this mint. This is a few dings. So they sent him another one. So we ended up with one to open and one to display. So there you go. That worked out perfect. So Mike, you are a legend, my friend. Adding to the turtle nonsense. So yeah, there you go. But we do all know now. Let me put these down. I don't want to ruin the cards and throw these around. Okay, so let me put these back. So we do know now that NECA have done the Dark Turtle. And then this week, and again, me and Tanner will get into the whole loot crate nonsense on Turtles and TR. I have no doubts. But I did just want to say, at least for me at least, the saga is finally over as my loot crate, 4th loot crate has arrived with the bonus figure Scrag. So yeah, Scrag, I've actually went and brought another one off eBay. So I can have 2 of these, one to display as a human form, one to display as the mutant, because we know we're getting the rest of the gang in both their forms. So I knew I needed 1 Scrag, so I did basically pay over the odds to get it because I had FOMO and yeah, toy collector problems 101. But there you go, the Dark Turtle. This is what NECA actually did, and now I actually have the Playmate toy that best resembles that. So not technically the same character, but in my childhood brain they were the same character. So it's always fun when you sort of fill in those nostalgic gaps on the shelf. So yeah, the Loot Crate saga is a messy one, and again, me and Tanner will address it because the UK community and the European community got shafted with Loot Crate. Literally, the value was not there in compared to the American side, which just doesn't seem fair when we're all paying the same price. So yeah, there's that. Mike also sent me a load of comics as well. So again, this isn't breakfast bars, but obviously I will be going through some of these. Some really cool, like some comic covers I just want to frame and put on the wall. They're so good. Some modern, some classic. Look at this Hero for Hire sort of 3D one. Black Panther. Of course, Mike sent me it, so you know there was a Venom one in there included. So thank you very much to Mike Hex. Again, I'm sure he's lurking in the comments today or on the replay crew. Let me put them back. I also went shopping in town, and you know I love a bargain, right? So, last year, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for Power Rangers was that Pudgy Pig, right? I was one of those idiots who went and just paid for it full price when it came out. Now, it has been on sale since then, so if you were patient, and it's also been single release, so if you were patient, you got Pudgy Pig at a much better deal than I did, alright? But I put it up as a review, whatever. I bit the bullet on that one. I was in Forbidden Planet, right? I've got a Forbidden Planet in my country, in my city, and I occasionally will pop in there like once every 2 weeks or something, just to see what's on the shelf. They have got a nice little sale section as well with random stuff on it. It's literally just that store, that Pacific store that are trying to get rid of stock, put stuff on sale. So most of the time it's stuff I'm not interested in. But this week, I actually found the Pudgy Pig, brand new in box, like for £10. £10. So I could have brought, what, 6.5 of these for the price of the one I brought 9 months ago or whatever it was. So that's like pure example of Hasbro at the minute being an absolute nightmare with their prices starting high and then them panicking and bringing them down again. So I had to get it. Even though I've already got one, I had to get it for £10. I couldn't leave them on the shelf. £10. There were others. I could have got more. I also got a cat in the Ninjetti outfit for £5. Which are in crazy prices for the UK. I also got a 2-pack for Craig. I got the Scorpina and Yellow Ranger, £15. That was from the Entertainer. And then I got a couple of game orders. I think I got some of the retro 3 3/4 figures for like £5 a pop, $5.99 a pop, I think. So yeah, been dabbling. You know, like we're on a lull in January. So like I've been. As you do, you get a little bit itchy. You got that cash in your pocket and you want to spend it. So I've been going here, there, and everywhere. So yes, there's some random stuff, but I did want to shout out Mike for sending me that stuff. So yeah, cookies is the key, all right, to woman happiness. At least my woman, anyway. Okay. If you're in Group 1, send me a link. If you're in Group 1, send me a link. Send me a DM and I'll send you the link. Yeah, that's how it works, right? Yes, it is. If you're in Group 1. So Group 1 today's guests are Group 1 is Tom Cloud, Alexi, David, Trevor, and Mark Tac. Group 2 will be Jamie J. Craig, Ravana, Justin, Rush, and Tanner. Okay, so Group 1 is send me a fresh DM. Tom Cloud, Alexi, David, Trevor, and Mark Tac. Send me a fresh DM and I'll get you in here. While they are doing that, I will say hello to the kind people that are here live saying hello. Let me see if my chat actually loads up for a start. Well, it's usually pretty delayed, but it'll pop up eventually. There it is. See, it's a little bit slow. We will be doing a duck race today. I haven't updated this week's table, but I don't think any results last week affected it too much, so I'm not worried about updating the table. I'll update that next time, but we are duck racing later on today. So if you are here live right now, 72 people on a Sunday afternoon, very early if in the US. So I don't expect you to be drinking liquor with me, but please say hello in the chat. Let me say hello back to you, even if you're lurking. I like to say hello. Let's have a quick look at my phone. Let's make sure people are responding and all that good stuff. Yeah. Shout out John Tate, by the way. John Tate was messaging me before the stream. He's ploughing his drive. He's literally got a whole layer of snow. So he'll be ploughing his drive while he's lurking today. So shout out John if you're watching. He's literally thick white snow on the ground. It looks so good. We don't get that in the UK often, but we do get it occasionally. I've got a big field near me. Last year we took Teddy and he basically disappeared. He was so small and white, we lost him in the snow. Okay. Let me say that. The chat's moving, but the screen isn't. Streamlabs just sometimes doesn't like me. That's fine. Let me say hello anyway. So the Wilson message. Good morning, everybody. And Canada, I think that's the Canada flag, but the flags don't show up in chat for some random reason. Jarhead, Ed who collects, Jay's Toys Collection UK. He'll be joining us later for sure. If he's still awake, let's see. We shall see. But he was up with me last night. Daniel Ortiz, Curtis, Maverick 5 UK. There you go. See how drunk this is. I think the chat on Streamlabs drinks liquor with me because it's so slow. Cool, Mr. Plow. Yeah, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow. There you go, Simpsons. That reminds me to do something before I get Group 1 in here. Thank you very much. Daniel Ortiz, Curtis, Maverick 5 UK, Little Leaf Creations, always sharing on Instagram. I'll see you, I appreciate that. Christopher Allen. Ravana's in here, Embered Wings, Mark Tac, of course, Tac Toys with Film. Please, in the description below, it's everyone's Instagram, so get ahead of the game. Go and follow them all. I think I've put Mark and Jay's YouTubes in there as well. Jay's got an unboxing this week of the Sky Striker, so please go and check out all the links in the description of this video. Eric Stream, Jesus, Cloud Foxwell, of course, is in here. If they make a Mr. Plow figure, I need to buy it for someone. They did make a Mr. Plow figure, and they made a Plow King figure of Barney as well in the Playmates days in the World of Springfield collection. I am going to do a video of my World of Springfield collection for this channel, right? They're not on display. They're all mint and card. I've got play sets. I've got the figures. I've got a few up top, like a few up top up there you can see. Look, I'm a Simpsons guy, by the way. Look, I'm a Simpsons guy. Like, that's me in The Simpsons. I cameoed in the back of the Moe's Bar one day with a flaming Moe in my hand. It actually happened. So many episodes, though. Don't ask me which one it was. Who else we got? Gary A, Eric Stream, Paul McCarthy, Mark Rhodes, Literal Action Figs, Eric Alfred Abel with the bumpara emoji. I do enjoy that emoji. It's a good emoji. The retweeting king Jason Lopez is here. Collecting Rush. I have updated Rush's Instagram, so now it says Collecting Rush, not his old one. Okay, because if you didn't know, Rush collects, but he's not in a rush to collect. It's very ironic, his name. But he'll be joining us later. Your boy's got toys. He says, what's that name again? That name again is Mr. Plow. Yeah, I love The Simpsons. If I was on a desert island and there was only one, like I could only have one TV show to watch for eternity, it would be The Simpsons. Like, yes, I know everyone says it down in quality, but those first like 10 to 15 seasons are still pure gold, people. And there are still some great episodes in the modern era as well. But those original seasons are so good. I'd watch them on repeat, okay? And they got renewed for another 2 years, so we're going to get to 800 episodes of The Simpsons, longest reigning primetime TV show ever. So if you're on a desert island and that's the only show you got to watch, you can watch a different episode every day for years. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's a good pick, okay? Simpsons forever, that's what I say. Craig Nostalgic Collections in the chat. Wow, the power. Jamie Gitchard is in the chat. He could get a win today and win the duck race. Could all be over. The Wolfpack Tour Review says Super 7 question mark. Yes, I'm tempted. And let me tell you why. So let me go. Let me first do some plug-in. So shout out Entertainment Earth, who have very graciously gave me a discount code that I can share with my community. So the discount code for Entertainment Earth is Dan Who. Okay, at checkout, if it's in stock, it's Dan Who. You get 10% off. Over $39, you also get free shipping in the US. So I'm like on Entertainment Earth right now, this is very tempting for me. You've got the new Super 7 Simpsons stuff, okay? So you've got the In Space Homer, which is a great episode, by the way. The enaminate carbon rod. He even comes with that as an accessory, I believe. Does he? I think he must do. He must do. You have to have the carbon rod as an accessory. Are the pictures here? I think the pictures are here. All right, there it is. Of course, you got the inanimate rod as an accessory piece. Yeah, so I'm very tempted to get these. There are a few reviews up on the channel. I'm not on my channel, on other channels. But yeah, I think I want to get these. But there is a little bit of kabukiness going on because Mo came out, but without his apron, and then Super 7 are going to send it you separately. So Super 7 make it difficult just to enjoy these things, annoyingly. But Itchy and Scratchy from Itchy and Scratchy Land. Another great episode. Like, where is it? Where is it? It's here somewhere. Here it is. Haha! This is the very episode they bought license plate in. Mummy, buy me a license plate. Come away, Bort. Sorry, were you talking to me? No, my son is also named Bort. Anyway, Simpsons. I want to buy them. Even the Troy McClure reaction figures I want to buy, okay? So, they are on Entertainment Earth right now, but of course you can buy lots of stuff on Entertainment Earth. Use discount code DanWho, save yourself 10%, alright? You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Let me get back to you guys. Okay, much appreciated everyone in here. No Poochie. Poochie's not in stock yet, or is Mo just yet. But Homer, Itchy, and Scratchy are. So yeah, I've got to get Wave 1, haven't I? I've got to get Wave 1. But then they're doing Kang and Kotos and Duffman and Hank Scorpio and Ralph, I think. So I've got to get in there. I don't know. I've got to get in. Very expensive, but yeah, I've got to get in there. Okay. Let's get this link sent out to people. If Group 1 have sent me a message. So, yet again, today, we'll start with pickups. We'll recap the Legends news. And then we'll talk about something they're excited for in 2023. But I do have to be out of here for 9. I say that every week. Amanda tells me, get off by 9. And I'm never off by 9. So, I'll try my best. An hour and 15 minutes for each group, I think, is fair. I might even put a timer on so we can do this properly. Okay, where's my Instagram? Let me go to my Instagram and send this link to people. That would help, wouldn't it? Okay. And please, tell me your pickups in the chat as well. Like, I understand not everybody can get on here. So I think once I've gone round and asked the group, I will ask the chat for like 5 minutes. What great pickups have you got? And we'll talk about the chat pickups, okay? Because I like to get you guys involved with the conversation as well. So, yeah, stick around and we'll get you guys involved. Okay, let me just send this link out to people. Link is being sent. Fresh DMs all round. Fresh DMs all round. Okay. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Okay, people are starting to come in. How many have got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little Leaf Creations is asking on Instagram to be added part of the duck race. Of course. Of course. Someone remind me. I'll remind myself. I'll get you in there. I'll add you to my list right now, Little Leaf Creations. Again, if you can't be here for the duck race, but you want to watch on the replay, just let me know. I'll make this stuff happen. I'm a nice guy. Little Leaf Creations, you got to follow back and you're in the duck race. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, I'll wait for Group 1 to get in here. They're popularizing the Instagram chat. The Zoom chat. We're all good. It reminds me, I'm going to have to put headphones on, otherwise I won't be able to hear any of them. Okay, headphones on. Hang on, it's all tied up. 1 second. There you go, that's better. That's better. Have I got the link to everybody? I think I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I missing anybody? Group 1. Who's in Group 1? There's always someone slow, ain't there? There's always someone that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Everyone's got it. We'll just wait. We're waiting for one more person. Waiting for one more person to get in there. Not too sure who it is. There you go. They're all in. They're all in. Let's get them all in here. Hello, hello, hello. 1 second, people. 1 second. Let me press the magical buttons and get these in here. Do. Is that it? Did it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing? Who are we missing in this chat right now? Oh, David Evan Smith's camera is off. David, can you turn your camera on? Are you there at least? Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Oh, he's gone again. There he is again. Oh, don't be jumping in and out today, stressing me out, people. Okay. We're all here. We're all here. We're all here. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Hey. Hello. Right, let me go around, make sure everyone's alive and well. Tom, up top, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate.
Good. Trevor.
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm all good. Do the team at Mythic Legions pay you to infiltrate my community to buy Mythic Legion figures? Is that what you're doing here? Is this all just a big plot? I see you, Trevor. I've clocked it. I've clocked it.
I do it free of charge, Dan. I do it free of charge.
Underneath, we got Mark. Mark, how are you?
I'm good, Dan. I'm good, everyone. Yeah.
Good. Next, we've got Cloud. Cloud, how you doing?
Good. Can you hear me all right? I was adjusting my mic
You
settings.
look very professional. Very professional.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
I tried to get rid of the pop screen. I wanted to put the filter on it, but I've got a lot of enabling discussion with some of the people on this chat to go over.
Nice. Underneath, we've got Alexi. Your boy's got toys. Look at all those toys behind him. How you doing?
Good morning. Your noble spirit embiggens the smallest man, Dan.
Of course he does. Next to David, Evan, and Smith. David, how you doing?
Hello. Doing all right.
That was very regal. You've been practicing that.
Hello.
It's how you formally greet British people. Hello. Like your t-shirt, by the way. They are available still right now. Link in the description. Thank you very much, David. I'll slip you that £5 later. There you go. And Cloud. Nice, Cloud.
That's cool.
Your hair was covering it, Cloud. Didn't even see my face there. There you go. I show. Beautiful. All right, people. So as I said, let's start with some pickups. We'll recap the Legends Lose briefly. It is Legends Liquor, of course. And then I just want to ask you what you're excited about in 2023. It doesn't have to be Legends related. Just something that you're looking forward to within the toy community. Okay. So we'll start with Tom up top. 2 weeks, Tom. Last time you had a lot of stuff. What have you got in the past 2 weeks?
Well, I was thinking yesterday maybe I won't have anything, but actually then I thought about it a bit more and I was all right.
Okay, what you got?
I've got Felix Toys, the Clown, aka Heath Ledger Joker.
Very nice.
He's pretty damn amazing. He's as nice as their Inkblot figure. And like Alexi pointed out last week, which I didn't even realise on Inkblot, they've got real socks.
Real socks. That's a game changer. Tom's all in now. He was on. He liked them, but now he loves them. Those socks made all the difference.
It's such a game changer. I hadn't noticed it on my Inkblot freaking. He's nice.
So
he's got lots of accessories. I haven't got them to hand, but yeah, you can make out a lot of scenes from the movie. He just needs a Batman to go with him.
Will that scale with like the Mafex version of Batman and stuff though? So
he's a bit too big.
Ah, okay, interesting. Quick super chat from California Red Devil. Thank you very much. Let Friday read that.
California Red Devil donated $4.99. Got all the Dungeons and Dragons figs. Never been this happy with mediocre figures. After a 49ers watch party. Don't forget my duck. Cheers.
Thank you very much, California Red Devil. He says, got all the Dungeons and Dragon figures. Never been this happy with mediocre figures. Off to the 69ers watch party. Don't forget my duck. All right, let me put your name in the duck race for later so I don't forget. Thank you very much, California Red Devil. You enjoy your 69ers party. Just one different number there would turn that into a completely different party. But it's 49, don't worry. Those Dungeons and Dragons figures have been getting a little bit of stick online because they keep breaking and the QC issues are not great. But I guess as like representations of the show, it's the first time that people have got them. So a bit of love-hate there with them for sure. But thank you very much, California Devil. Back to Tom.
So after last week's Chosen Juice, you enabled me on this guy.
Oh, what was it? Oh, okay. Yeah. He's good, isn't he?
He's very good, actually. He's pretty much perfect. The only thing that makes him a slight letdown on the Valaverse ones is the pins in the elbows.
Agreed.
But other than that, he's almost got more going on. So I'm not sure. He kind of might be my favourite one out of the three.
Yeah, I reckon it. Like, don't get me wrong, love the Valaverse ones, but I do think for the G.I. Joe aesthetic, for that nostalgic attachment to the Sunbow, like Sergeant Slaughter, it's just clearly the more accurate one. But yeah, I agree. Like pins on the arms, the only little nitpicky thing I've got for it as well. But other than that, I think he looks great.
Yeah, he's a cool figure. And he's got a lot of nice accessories, including that mini. The mini.
Yeah, I want to display that, but I don't know how. Because you can't have like a war scene and then just in the middle of it, Sergeant Slaughter's holding his toy. Do you know, like, I don't know what to do with it.
There isn't much you can do with it, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's just going to sit in a
throws
box.
it like a grenade or something at the,
yeah,
at the enemy.
Protecting
Explosive.
it, running away from Cobra. Maybe that's what Cobra are after.
That's what they're after.
On my
yeah.
shelf. There you go.
Mint in box, Sergeant
There we
Slaughter
go.
figure. They want that.
We can make it happen. Anything else, Tom?
Just also following up on something from Jason Juice. I said I'd try the Mezco rocket effect in the bazooka.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
So what's that rocket
good.
from?
That's from. It comes with several Mezco figures. I think
Harley Quinn and Two-Face, I think.
Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Two-Face and.
That is
I think
very.
Harley Quinn has it.
Can't remember. Yeah, Harley
Very,
Quinn,
very dynamic. That looks great. I love it when you can add that accessory that looks legit and it just brings the shelf to life a little bit more. Like that character, that figure was already at like a 9 or a 10, but that type of accessory definitely nails it in for sure. Yeah, love that. Love that for sure. Anyone's got a spare one? Send one my way. I've got bazooka, but his cannon's broke. Not blowing out there. All right, good picks. Okay, let's go to Trevor. Trevor, you got anything to show off?
I do. Picked up this from, I think it's Anton Toys. I don't know who makes it, but another one of these like third-party 1/12 Mezco.
Young Rich Man or something.
Yeah. This one, the box just says Bruce, but
Young Grebo
I think
guy.
it was sold as Young Rich Man. Yeah, but it's really nice, man. Really well made. These guys are killing it, man. All these third-party 1/12 people are just killing it. I do have the Felix Toys Joker on the way. That Wade enabled me on that one with his review. That was good. Finally, after many months of wrangling with the Hong Kong seller, I got Bo-Katan.
Very nice.
She looks great.
Really
cool.
Are you going to be able to get all three of those sort of Mandalorians in that scale?
I don't know that I'm going to get what's Axe Woes. I mean, it's a little bit of a deep cut. I don't think I need... Casca Reeves looks great, and she's got a sculpt, but Axe Woes doesn't have a sculpt, so, like, you know, I got a bunch of Mandalorians. Harker Customs sent me this Vader cape for the 3 3/4. It's amazing, and it makes this incredible figure that much better, man. It's just so good. So good. And what else did I get? Got the little Victorian. I don't have the... It's weird that we're getting the accessories from Mezco before we get the figures, but that's the Victorian Vigilante for Batman.
Okay.
Victorian Batman in just a bunch of guns and stuff. And this will only mean something to some of the people on this group, but this is the set of Mythic Legion's factions banners that Legion's Lounge, that's my show. Legion's shop had for sale a bunch of older figures for buku bucks, but I just picked that up, which wasn't cheap either, but like I've been wanting that for a while, so put them up on the shelf with all the different factions and stuff. So
how many factions are there? I suppose they keep growing as well.
7, 8?
There's 10.
10. Thank you.
Yeah, there's 10.
Are there collectors out there that like pick a faction and that's what they stick with type thing? Yeah. Like,
for the most part.
I suppose you could do that. That's a way to go. I suppose if you want to narrow things down, that's a way to go.
All right.
I know. I know what Cloud's faction is.
What if
I've got a tattoo in mind?
If that's all, Trevor, we jump down to Cloud. If that's all.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the majority of it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, we'll jump down to Cloud then. And what faction is it, Cloud? Then what's it called?
Elysia's Brood.
Okay.
It's all the vampires. There are other figures. Like I'm putting together kind of like a just random bunch of heroes because I tend to like the villains.
Okay.
So there's a lot of bad guys. The other 2 horsemen I have on pre-order. And there's a small group of good guys from the different factions that I think look kind of neat because I don't want it to be all villains, but I do have some. But it's primarily I'd love to complete her faction if I can. But the older ones are very expensive, and I do not feel like paying the money for that. But on the topic of actual pickups,
go for it.
Enabling, I have some more Action Force stuff. We have the Lieutenant here, Rollout, I think his name is. And my girl showed up this morning. So we've got Pandora here. Pull closer.
Very nice.
I know the light's a little bright. And then we have Eclipse and Kill Switch I have not opened yet. But they're here. And I went for one of the Spec Ops characters in anticipation for future gear packs.
Yep.
So it's just plain black body, but you can pretty much swap out the head and put, like, I could put Eclipse's head on here if I wanted to. I've got some stuff in my pile of loot, which Kessie is not happy about. Things kept hitting. There's another Action Force character, the Blob. Hit Marvel Legends Blob.
Yeah, it's very interesting. We just pause on that for a second. It is Legends of Liquor, of course. So Blob is expected like May time, but it seems like Big Bad Toy Store have got like a small quantity.
Yeah.
Because not everybody that is pre-ordered has got that notification that it's in their pile of loot. But you did. So when did you order yours? Like really quickly when it was pre-ordered, or?
I think the day it went up for pre-order. Yeah. He still is showing for pre-order for May, but I got the alert. He came in. I had to actually, on the topic of Marvel Legends, I've actually had to really start kind of picking and choosing after getting into Mythic Legions. So the 3 packs, the Villains pack, I've kind of put on a back burner for now. I'll pick them up down the line. Mm-hmm. I do kind of see my collection maybe reaching an end to where I get to just replacing, like upgrading characters. Like if they have a new Cyclops, I'll replace my Cyclops. But it'll be the 3 shelves and that'll be it, because I'm trying not to go into divorce territory with how much money I'm spending.
Makes sense.
Because when the next 2 waves of the next waves of Mythic Legions hit this year, there's a few of them, but they're expensive. I think there's like, with the next 2 like major waves, the other 2 riders. So it's the character, it's the horse, and then there's like 1 or 2 characters that I went in for extra. I have a few with the 4 Horsemen website, and they're already paid for, but it's like maybe I think 3 or 4 characters. So that was before I really got pulled into this. I was like, oh, that one looks cool. I'll get that.
That's the magic of collecting, though. Like, just because you love a line doesn't mean you have to stick with it and buy everything forever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can pick and choose. Absolutely. You can stop, take breaks, and like again, there's no rules. So like, I think that's fine. That's the fun of collecting as well, because like you can go off for a little bit and then come back or whatever. Or like some people are just trying to complete a certain team in figure form, and once they've got that, they're like, "Sound, that's all I need from this line." And
exactly.
So I think it's absolutely fair game.
My list of wants is getting much smaller. Thankfully, I mean, the Puff Adder wave. Mm-hmm. I pre-ordered the entire thing, but then looking at it, I'm like, I really only want Strucker. So let me just stick to him and try to not be like, oh, this one looks cool, let me get it, which is what I have been doing. But pulling into other waves between Mythic Legions and Action Force, and that is a lot of Tom and Mark seeing them go on about these characters. So I'm like, now I have to go back, and then they're re-releasing the Series 1 characters so I can get those. But it's like, I need to, I can't do everything. I have to slow down on one to kind of feed the other. Can I afford to get everything? Probably, but it's. I don't think it's responsible to do that. Yes, exactly.
No, so are those the bloody versions of those Action Force? The women?
No, they did a bloody version of Pandora alone. She's still up on the website. I almost bought one. Cool. But there are other characters. There's they have 2. There's a Trigger and Desert Rat. I'd really like to get. I might want to get a couple of the extra Steel Brigades. So I'm picking and choosing. It's like, if I got that extra Pandora, she'd probably just sit in a box for a while. I don't really need it. I've got her. She's amazing. All the little tattoos. She's got a little tattoo on the back of her head and on her arm here. She's just so cool. I couldn't say no, and I was very impatient waiting for these. I ordered them Tuesday, and they didn't ship until Friday, and I was getting antsy.
Yep. I did forget to mention, Cloud, that I picked up the Alithia and Artemis test shots yesterday.
Those are the ones I probably would have gone for if I was going to try, but I cannot stress myself like that.
Yeah, it's very stressful.
The individual release of the Furious 4, I think on the 18th, I'll probably grab those.
This is what I like about this show, by the way, is that like I feel like I'm on this journey with you, and like in a weird way collecting these things with you, even though I'm not. Like, it's weird because I'm like keeping along with your journey. I told you,
we'll get you those cosmic figures.
I'm in on cosmic. I'm in on cosmic. There's only one place in the UK that's doing them, annoyingly. But I just think
Emporium of Cooldown.
Yeah, exactly, and they're already sold out of the way.
They're like crisps, Dan.
No, I
just eat one.
No, I don't like crisps. I don't like crisps. I wouldn't eat any. If it was crisps, I'd avoid them all. Yeah, I'm very awkward.
Chips?
I don't eat crisps.
How beautiful! How beautiful is this? This feels and that's another. I'll shut up. I'm maundering here, but you get this product and it's like, I'm glad I spent money on this. And I feel like that, we've discussed this before, I feel like that kind of charm is pulling away from Legends a little bit. Like, it's cool to have a character, but then it's like, the paint apps aren't as good. There's not enough accessories, so it's little things, but it's detracting from
the values.
The prices going up.
The values are fair. Everyone this year, I think, is very focused on the value of stuff. It's like, yes, we like the product, we want it, but the value's not there. So I'm not
exactly.
And I think that's a key thing for a lot of collectors at the minute. Where again, like you see the value in what you're buying, so you're encouraged to buy more and have more confidence in that line. Where confidence is being lost in other lines, unfortunately, like Marvel Legends. So it's fair comments, absolutely.
I'll shut up now. Move on.
Cool. Mark, what you been buying?
Yeah, well, not much for me, Dan. It's more a case of what I've been opening that I've kind of had.
Okay, what you've been enjoying the past 2 weeks?
So, Classic Spawn from McFarlane Toys. I gave him one of the sort of guns from the McFarlane Toys guns pack.
Mm-hmm.
So, wanted to pick him up. I don't know whether I actually showed this on the last Legends and Liquor or not. I picked up Super 7 Slash from the TMNT
you didn't. I didn't
line.
know you did, no.
Yeah, I really like. No, I must not mention it. Really like the look of this Slash. So that was another one I picked up there. Super 7, talking of value and things, they do come laden with accessories. When you open a Super 7 figure, I'm sure you're going to find that with the Simpsons and stuff. They come laden with accessories. And just to what Cloud and Trevor were both saying as well, I sort of went in with Mythic Legions from when the Kickstarter went in Wave 1, and they are. When you do get the Cosmic Legions, Dan, they do feel amazing in hand. Like Cloud says, they are. Like, you do really feel value with them and stuff. Yeah, they are amazing figures. Yeah. But
again, so as an action figure fan, by the way, I think I would have already dabbled in that line if distribution was wider in the UK, because you have to actually do a bit of work in the UK to get them, unless you're willing to pay the import prices on eBay and other sites, blah blah blah.
Kapow Toys had them for a while, and then
they go so quick though, don't they? So like, if you can't hesitate, you got to be ready, you got to get them.
That's right.
And again, that's not like a negative criticism by any means to what they're doing, because I understand they're very like a small company in the grand scheme of things. But I'm just saying, as a collector, I do think a lot of the people that are on the fence, like myself, if they were more available this side of the pond, would be in. Do you know what I mean? Because it's
tough overseas. I'm actually going to have an international show on Legion's Lounge, not to plug, but like sometime this month we're going to have a bunch of
this is the place
European collectors of Mythic Legions, and just talk to them about the experience. And I'm hoping that some of it will, maybe. Yeah, not that they're not aware of it, not that the Four Horsemen aren't aware of it, but maybe, I don't know, maybe something will come out of that.
Oh, I'm sure they're aware of like the logistics and all of that, but
it's difficult.
It's just not easy, is it? It's just not it's not a cheap solution. Let's be honest. It's as simple
Jay
as
is big in those Legions. He's got quite a collection.
Get Jay Toys Collection UK involved in that Legion's Lounge for the international, because he's been going deep at the minute.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, for sure. All right, anything else, Mark?
That's it from me, Dan.
Beautiful. Let's go underneath, because we haven't spoken to David in a while. David, Evan and Smith, how are you doing? What have you been spending your money on?
Oh, hello. I haven't seen you guys since last year, so...
Oh, Happy New Year!
Yeah. And before I talk about what I picked up, with the stuff that I had at the end of the year, I had enough to hit a milestone in my collection where what I have displayed in my apartment has reached the number 2,023 action figures on display in my home for the year 2023. So I know now, like, till the day I die, I'm going to have more action figures in my house than the year that I'm currently in at every point in time until I die. So
you've also got to stay in that property forever now, because I wouldn't want to move with that much stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's the bad thing. I was told at the end in September that I need to move out. Like, my landlady is trying to sell the building, so she wants everybody to move out. So that's been stress that I'm carrying into this new year, is trying to find a new apartment. And then once I do, pack up all of this and then resettle in a new place. Hopefully it'll be better space and I can kind of like refresh the collection. So choosing to look at the positive side of it, it'll be a nice chance to just reset. And
that is like, it is stressful, but like you said, the restart, the refresh, it's a bit of stress to do. Like, I'm like, look at the figures on the floor right now. Like, don't become a YouTube reviewer, right? Yeah. All of these figures have been pulled off the shelf within the last couple of months because I needed a comparison or whatever, because the audience expect a relevant comparison. So like, now I've got to put them back on the shelf, and it's pure stress, but it's therapeutic at the same time. Just one evening, quiet evening, I'll put a podcast on or I'll put a movie on. I'll sit in here and just put them on the shelf. Time will fly by. So
Legends and Liquor on, or
There you
Dan
go.
who reviews.
I can't watch myself. That's weird. I can't watch back my own show. It's weird. I watch all your shows. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like me.
all right, go.
But yeah, so I'll be able to like reset and restart in a new place eventually, and lose like 5 days trying to rebuild this collection in a new home. But as far as the new year, I think the last time I spoke to you guys, I was
Hang on, pause for
anticipating.
1 second. Another David's getting involved with a super chat.
David D. Pole donated
David D.
5
Pole, let Friday
euros.
read that.
Hi beauties. I've succumbed to the fact I have to pay import. I'm excited for my Red Sonja, Vampirella, Purgatory, and my Mafex Storm.
So David E said, "Hi beauties, I've succumbed to the fact I have to pay import. I'm excited for my Red Sonja, my Vampirella, and my Purgatory, and my Mafex Storm." So they're all the loose collectibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to be shipping in February, yeah.
Yeah, they look great. I know. What's that rocket film? What's that rocket film?
The Rocketeer.
Oh, the
Rocketeer.
Rocketeer,
I've never
yeah.
seen it. Never seen it. But I know
Yeah, it's fun.
he put them up for pre-order this week as well. So yeah, he does some great stuff. And Mafex Storm, of course, to go along with all the other Jim Lee X-Men when we get them. But thank you very much, David. Yes, import charges are a bit of a pain, but it's a collector issue.
Quick note for David there, if you want, Dan, and
Go on.
anyone watching any views, props and replicas, get them in. So if they do want to, if anyone wants to
Nice.
avoid import charges, props and replicas do get them in.
I think David's unfortunate 'cause he lives in Ireland, so even he still has to pay some sort of extra, even for a UK store, annoyingly. Yeah, but again, like Trevor was saying, everyone's got a different buying experience, and it's the reason this channel started, by the way, is because I was watching US collectors talk about Target and Walmart and Walgreens, and I was like, "What the hell are these?" Like, let me talk about the UK buying experience, and yeah, so I get it. Continue, David. Sorry.
No, it's fine. So I think the last time I spoke to you guys, I was getting off of the stream, and I was anticipating receiving head, which I
Of course,
did.
everyone anticipates receiving head.
I received Egghead from Batman 1966. So I definitely do not like endorse the McFarlane brand, but
you
this
buy all
is
their figures.
What?
But you buy all their figures.
Well, I'll buy Batman 1966 figures. That is like the most nostalgic thing to me. And like when life is in transition and I need to move apartments and all of this crazy stuff is going on, I know I can go retreat into my collection and the things that bring me back to an innocent time in my life and my childhood. And this was a formative show for me. It was the first superhero series I've ever seen, the first live action
Mikey
thing about
Moonboots
the heroes and villains that I
donated
ever saw.
£4
So
and
they
49
made an
pence.
impact on me, and it kind of set the tone for what I was gonna enjoy for the rest of my life. So this is like ultimate wish fulfillment, them like releasing random crazy like characters like Egghead. Nicolas Cage wants to play Egghead in a Batman movie.
I can see it happening.
He said that in articles. So I've been picking up any of those that have come out. They've released a few new characters lately. So the next one, I'm going to quote a line from him. When we get to the royal oil boiling room, we're going to prepare some real royal boiling oil to boil the boy Wonder in royally. So King Tut, which is potentially the craziest villain that was ever created.
It really was. It really was.
Is in action figure form. And you know, there's things that like I thought if I ever was gonna have a King Tut figure, I'd have to make it myself and figure that out and whatever. But they really made one of him and it looks amazing. It looks just like him. The cape is so much better than anything that the other Batman figures in this line have had. It's like sewn and ruched and
It's not
like
soft. It's not
attached
soft goods though, is it?
This is the cape.
Oh,
is
it
soft
is.
goods.
Oh, fair play. Wow.
And so it can fold back and everything. But like he's like not articulated under here, like it's just little legs stuck in a plastic.
It's
body,
about the, it's
so,
about
like,
the
So we can't sit
reputation.
on a throne.
No, I was gonna buy a throne. I made a whole lair for King Tut. Like I got 2 crocodiles from G.I. Joe. I bought a bunch of Egyptian little dollhouse artifacts, and I have a whole lair just for King Tut. But I didn't get a throne because he's not gonna be able to sit down in this. But
So
yeah.
Did you, when you were a kid watching this, did you think this was like really cool, the show?
Oh hell yeah!
Because I did, and I was talking to my dad about it at dinner time one time. I was like, "Yeah, I was watching Batman." He's like, "What Batman?" I'm like, Batman is like Adam West. He's like, that's like a joke. He's like, that was like, he would like all like the B actors would come on to be like villains, and I'm like, oh, I think it's really cool.
Awesome.
I mean,
okay. It was meant to be campy and kind of goofy and funny, but I thought it was awesome. It was killer.
Yeah,
I didn't on TV like that.
I didn't know any of these actors at all, so like they were just the character to me. Like I don't know who Richard Buono was when I was 6 years old, but they brought these characters to life, and they just let themselves have fun being these roles. And it was silly, and it was campy, and it was colorful, and the sets were like cardboard cutouts and lights in a black room. Like it was ridiculous and over the top, but it just created the world for me at that point. And so then when you saw it updated in like Michael Keaton's Batman, then it took a whole different tone, and I got to see, oh wow, there are different versions of Batman and different interpretations, and Batman is like my only DC character that I'll really care about, but mostly it's because of the villains, and mostly that's because of the 66 villains that are hilarious and crazy. So super excited to have King Tut. They also made a Two-Face, which never appeared on the show, but it's based on the comic book that's based on the show. So he's done really well, a lot of texture and like realism in his face, and the paint job is awesome. So I like the idea of like what 66 would have continued to evolve as if
they
the
didn't
show went on.
Make it after an actor or anything like that. Really, right? Like it doesn't have anybody's likeness. That would have been kind of cool.
And that's the other way that they can get around the likeness issues, because like they only have a certain amount of likenesses that they can do in the line. And I've talked to a friend who knows like what likenesses they have the rights to, and so luckily if they base it on the comic, they can get around that.
He was in the cartoon, right? The recent cartoon too, wasn't?
William Shatner did the voice.
Yeah, William
Shatner.
An animated movie. Clint Eastwood was rumored to be up for the role of Two-Face if the show went on to a 4th season, but they canceled the show.
Damn.
Yeah,
but
this Two-Face is like very. He looks like he could be kind of based on Shatner.
He does look a little Shatnerish.
So I dig it. And like they don't have the rights to Yvonne Craig, who played Batgirl. So they're going to do a comic book version of Batgirl to kind of get around that.
She was the best part of that show.
And it would feel incomplete without Batgirl.
See that bike in the opening, and you're like, "Oh, it's Batgirl!"
Yeah.
She swings in on the rope, kicks the guy, and then like rides by on the bike.
By the way, I'm young enough to realise that show was a joke when it was on, because I was born in '88. Keaton was '89, so like that was the first Batman I was introduced to. So by the time I got around to seeing the Adam West version of Batman, I was aware it was meant to be stupid, if you know what I mean. So I have a different experience with that show.
Because your first exposure was Keaton, so
exactly
you were,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think
and if you watch that movie, the live action movie, it's like, oof, yeah, okay, I get it. This is supposed to be funny.
What was that, Tom? What was that,
Giant
Tom?
bomb.
When the Keaton film was first in the cinemas, I was like, "What? How can they not have Robin in it? I mean, Robin's like an integral part of Batman." It's like, just and the bright. I can understand why it wasn't all gaudy colours and everything. It was just. But then when you saw the Keaton Batman, you're like, "Oh right, this is what Batman should be like."
And then it evolved into the Batman Forever Joel Schumacher series.
Yeah.
Again, campy and Jim Carrey.
De-evolved, didn't it? It went backwards. Yeah.
Right?
Before you continue, shout out to, is it Mikey Moon Boots Kingsley? I think that's how you say the name. He dropped in a super sticker, I think it is. It's just laughing emoji. I think he was laughing at you, David, when you were talking about anticipating Head. So shout out Mikey Moon Boots Kingsley. I think I've said it properly, but I appreciate the super sticker there. Thank you very much. Continue, David. Continue.
Yeah. So one of the things I'm really most looking forward to in 2023, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but is what they're going to continue to do with this line, what characters they're going to release, because anything now is gravy. Like you're used to the Joker, the Batman, and Penguin, Catwoman, Riddler, but like when you start getting King Tut, like the sky's the limit, and it just makes me so excited to see what's going to happen. But taking it back to liquor and legends, so I'm going to drink.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And shout out to super producer Rich, because he put me on to the eBay seller that had the X-Men Jim Lee training uniform 3-pack for just watched that review. today, Dan. Great review.
Thank
Great
you very
review.
much. Thank you very much.
And speaking of head, like these heads for Jubilee are painted beautifully. Like I can use one on this and then replace another Jubilee head with that face printing.
The
Looks
face
so
printing
good.
makes such a difference for me. I know not everyone loves it, but for my personal taste, I just think it gives the figures a little bit more life. Do you know what I mean?
So much life.
Yeah.
She looks like a true photo of an actor. Forge, I swapped on Outback GI Joe harness on Forge for a little more difference and cut. He's always strapped up with a bunch of stuff and gear, so just modified him a little bit. But Forge is. I'm
going to switch out the gun. I really dislike that gun he's got.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about guns either way, so I'm probably just going to leave it. It's all right. Whatever.
He has the articulation to do this, right? But that gun doesn't allow it, if you know what I mean, because it's such a big, thick, chunky gun. So I just want to pose him up like that, but you couldn't with that gun, annoyingly. But I get that why they use that gun, because it's like a futuristic, techie gun, and obviously that's Forge.
And the biggest one that they have, except for Cable. Cable's huge.
Yeah.
Gun. And then gotta love Storm. Amazing. Definitely going to make a few more mutants on these bodies. Probably gonna have a Polaris and a Rogue just for kicks because love Rogue. Gonna make a Joseph figure when Magneto had amnesia or was a clone of
Can do
a comic book morph on that body, and I already have a selfie series me.
There you go. I remember David from that 275 issue of Uncanny X-Men. He was
What's your power? What's your power?
Yeah, what's your mutant ability?
He's got Dark Force dimension access, so he's using a lot of Dark Force energy and just with his exposed guns.
He's got the guns on show. I was about to say he's got the guns on show. Yeah. I
wasn't on the last time David Depot was on, and he was having all these guns on. So I'm trying to.
I'm scared to have you guys on together at some point. To be fair, this show.
Are you trying to keep us apart?
maybe a little bit. Too many Davids. Too many D's. Too many D's.
Too much D.
Too much D.
And I have 3 versions of this Wolverine. Shirtless, and then sleeveless, and then standard. So because he tore up that costume when he was wearing it. Last thing I picked up was the Super 7 Alice in Wonderland. Haven't opened that yet, but saw it at my Forbidden Planet comic book store in Manhattan. And
what's it like in person? Because I've seen the first couple of reviews and I had instant regret of pre-order because I've pre-ordered her too.
Well, I didn't expect that the whole dress was going to be like soft goods, so it looks kind of flimsy to me.
What about the faces?
If what?
The faces.
Well, I'm probably going to use like the big surprise face with the widest eyes because that seems to be the nicest one of the 3. And I'll probably put those glasses on her with the beak. But yeah, I haven't opened it yet because it didn't turn out like I thought it was going to be, but I still like it and it's nostalgic. So probably going to pick up Queen of Hearts and Mad Hatter and that whole little Alice set. Yeah. But again, it's a rabbit hole I'm falling down that I, have to save for a move and I shouldn't be spending money like that.
Yeah, but you're in the right place. We're all the same. I spent money I shouldn't as well. All the time.
I blame all of you. It's all your fault.
Nice.
Cash at me some money.
Nice. Right, before we go to Alexi, let me just say to the chat, right? I want you to pick your favourite pickup of the week, all right? Or the last 2 weeks. Your favourite pickup of the last 2 weeks. And just drop a comment in the chat. And then once Alexi's spoke, I'm going to jump to the chat and talk about the chat's best pickups, okay? So now's your time to type it while Alexi's speaking, all right? So Alexi, the floor is yours, my friend. What have you been buying?
I'm done.
Okay, the chat. Over to you.
So I got the Mafex Snyderverse Superman in. Pretty happy with him. I like the Snyderverse. I wouldn't have picked him up if they didn't fire Henry Cavill. So they made a sale that way because they were like, yeah, he's not going to be Superman anymore. So I was like, I guess I should pick him up then. I didn't get any of the blue and red versions because as a high up Mafex stan, I can still acknowledge that their early figures were pretty trashy. So I saw a lot of reviews on it and I was like, yeah, I can wait.
QC was their biggest issue, wasn't it, back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, shout out Dominic Smith has just dropped 5 gifted channel memberships.
Oh, very nice.
So thank you very much, Dominic. He left a comment recently saying he hadn't been able to watch live for a while, so it's nice to see him back in the chat and gifting 5 channel memberships, which are going to be distributed out to people that are lurking. It's always the lurkers that get him, which makes me realise who's lurking. But I appreciate you all. So they're going to be rolling on the screen while Alexi's talking, all right? So if you see the graphics pop up, thank you very much to Dominic. Much appreciated. And make sure the people who got the gifted memberships, they thank you to Dominique, all right? Like I am, all right? So thank you very much, Dominique, for contributing to the channel and getting more people involved. I will be doing an inner circle. I'm going to make sure I do an inner circle every quarter and make a big deal of it, okay? So you've got to be a channel member to get involved with that. And thank you very much to Dominique. So much appreciated. Alexi, back to you.
And those people who got gifted a membership, they can come on the next Legends and Liquor in 2 weeks, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What else did I pick up? Just to stick with Mayfex, I got this guy in. I tried to use your code for free shipping on Entertainment Earth because like less than $100. It wasn't super popular, but if you're all in on Hush like I am, you had to pick him up.
When you say try, you say it didn't work?
No, someone swooped him. I saw him.
Oh, damn.
And then he was in stock for like less than $100. And then I realized that you have the code. So I went back maybe a week later and it was already gone. Oh. And it had been reduced even lower. So I was like, oh, of course somebody picked it up. I think it was like $70 or something. So it was worth it. That's actually the second Hush that I picked up because
I was going to say, surely you have them all. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I kit bashed the other one to be my ideal Jason Todd. So I took the short jacket off of the Mattel DC Multiverse Red Hood, which isn't really a great figure. But oddly enough, the Browns match like exactly. So yeah. So I did the short, and he's got great articulation on his lower body, and he comes with like the Robin pieces to swap out. So I was like, why not make Jason Todd?
Yeah, really cool.
Another restock that I got in was the SHF Anakin Skywalker from Return of the Jedi.
1 second, David's back with a super chat.
David D. Hole donated
I knew I shouldn't have mentioned
€10.
D.
Can never have too much D. Dan opened a box. I want to know what everyone wants is a mutant power now. My have pickup is my Super 7 Lion-O TY Gra and Panthero. I have Cheetara. Felt nice to catch up easily.
Thank you very much, David, for the super chat. Much appreciated. He says, I'm not surprised he said this, can never get too much D. Dan, opened a box. I want to know what everyone wants as a mutant power now. My pickup is Super 7 Lion-O, Tigra, and Panthero and Cheetara, which I think I've got all there right in front of me. He says, felt nice to catch up easy. There they are. I think I've just got to get Cheetara on there. Thank you very much, David. I will ask everyone their favourite mutant power after I spoke to Alexi. Back to Alexi with Anakin Skywalker there. Thank you, David.
Yeah, this is the Return of the Jedi. It's a reissue. The original release is pretty hard to get now.
How deep with the import Star Wars stuff do you go? Like, just prequels or just
honestly, I stick with the prequel and OT Jedi. I don't have anything from the sequel trilogy. Just get my favorite figures. It's so easy to go knees deep in Star Wars figures. And of course, they have the Black Series versions. So part of me was like, oh, you should get the Black Series ones for cheap. And the other part was like, get the imports. So I just did that. And it was pretty good. I mean, I like them. I have mostly Jedi. I have Obi-Wan. Like I said, anything with a lightsaber, I'm in. I got Mace Windu, and he was pretty expensive before the reissue, so I was able to get a pre-order in for that and then pick him up. Very happy with it.
Yeah, the import Star Wars stuff is some of the best stuff for Star Wars. Easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. SH Figure Arts does so well with their Star Wars stuff. I'm pretty disappointed that they haven't really gone forward with it, but there's no new movies, so that's kind of where they tie in, right?
Hoping Jedi maybe the anniversary will spur them, but it usually doesn't have anything to do with what they're doing.
They usually show shitloads off and then never put it up for pre-order. Like, there's still stuff they showed years ago.
Well, Mando and Boba Fett they're doing, but that's about it. They're only doing like the TV
well,
shows.
Mayfex has those, so there's no reason to go to the SHF well for that. there was something. Forgot what they were gonna do, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds really cool." But like you said, they revealed it and then just never did anything with it. They did that with TMNT. Their shredder was gonna be amazing, and then they were like, "Actually, we're trashing this line." So
everyone else got the license. That's why literally everybody else got the license.
Yeah. So
I have the license. I haven't done anything with it, but I have.
I have the license too, Trevor. Well, I've got it too. I just haven't decided what I'm making.
I'm thinking about what to do with it. I'm not really sure.
Same.
Yeah, Eskimo brothers with the license over here. And then moving on to Legends, I circled back to get a couple army builders that I hadn't. Well, I mean, I had one of them, but I wanted to get a couple more because, Vault Guardsman.
I got one for you, man. If you want another one,
I might take you up on that. Those two for $20. $20 shipped. I usually stop at 3, but I might pick up a 4th one. So
okay, let me know. Cheap.
And then the last.
1 second. Super chat. 1 second. Thank you very much.
Icolos_chick donated $4.99. Just want to know why Alexi is just talking away like he didn't just drink all the
early.
Is this the missus? Is this the missus? Yeah. Thank you very much. She says, just want to know why Alexi is just talking away like he didn't just drink all the coffee. Thank you very much for the super chat. It is early over there on the West Coast, so it's late for me. It's evening time for me, so I'm allowed to drink. So at least you're drinking coffee. At least you haven't Irished up that coffee. Or have you?
No. I drank with you last weekend, and by like early evening, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. You've still got the whole day. I can go to bed soon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So today I'm just doing the coffee.
Thank you very much anyway, all the same.
The last thing that I circled back to for SHF, I got to open up the Avengers Assemble Hulk.
Oh yeah, you showed that off. You said that you got that.
Yeah. The last one that I had, his bicep broke right out of the box, but I think it was already broken, so shame on me. This time, the first thing I did was go to the bicep, and I was like, but I still had to lube it up because it was a little. I mean, you could still hear it. It's still a little squeaky.
When you said lube it up, David's eyes just went wider. I don't know why.
Yeah, I lubed it up. It's got extra head. I had a great evening. Awesome. And then last but certainly not least, thank you to Dark Joker Zin.
Oh, yeah.
I have a reel up for this. This is a custom 3D printed and painted. It's not, I don't know what the actual name for it is. I just keep calling it the Kang Throne.
It's his Time Throne or something like that. It has got a name.
Time Throne. Because Damocles is his ship. Mobius Chair is from DC.
You're right, yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it definitely could work as a Mobius Chair. But it's amazing. He did so good with the detail. I mean, I know he got the file, I believe, from someone else, and then he kind of tweaked it and printed it himself. But it's great. It's got girth. It's got heft. It feels good to the touch. It's smooth. It's awesome.
It looks great. Go and check out Alexi's Instagram, by the way. Link in the description. You put up a story showing off some poses and stuff with Kang. Looks epic. Looks epic.
He does have a peg hole on the bottom there. Oddly enough, it doesn't really fit any existing stand. It's too small for a Mezco peg. It's slightly too big for a Mafex peg, so I don't know if you can see it.
Can't you Dremel it out a little bit for the Mezco then? If it's too small for the Mezco, surely a little bit of Dremel in there could...
If I had a Dremel, I still wouldn't trust myself with it. I'm not a customizer. I'd probably get close and then it would go... and then I would completely ruin it.
Maybe like it could sit on a nail and be wall mounted. You know?
Yeah. Well, so what I did was I put a little piece of plastic in there to like stuff into, you want to tighten the hole up. You don't want it to be all loosey-goosey. I'm not throwing a hot dog down the hallway here. So I put that.
Wow.
This man, he knows.
How much sexual innuendo can we pack into a toy show?
Every time.
It's every time. We don't even do it on purpose, but every time. Ridiculous.
So what I did was I took the Mafex stand, I put a little plastic in the hole there to tighten it up, and so it fits into the slot, and then I have the two straight pegs that Mafex stands also come with to support it on either side.
Look, I'll say it, no one else will. It's essentially a butt plug. You've created a butt plug.
Yeah. Wow, that's inappropriate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I went too far. I went too far. Let's go. Let's just leave the show. Goodbye, everybody.
Jeez Louise. Yeah.
There's a bar right there. There's a bar. We don't cross it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great on the shelf. This year is about kind of doing some enhancements to the collection. I sold off some stuff because I do want to get that 3-pack for X-Men. So I listed Forge. I had giant size X-Men Storm, which I think she's a gorgeous figure, but I'm not going to go back and get the whole giant size team. So I'm going to say goodbye. Forge sold really quickly, to my surprise, like literally within the hour of listing it. So it's going good.
Because Forge doesn't have to fit into that team particularly. He can go anywhere, really. It's just a good Forge figure. All right, let me jump to the chat then real quick. I said I just wanted to read out some of the chat's pickups. And a few people did drop in. First off, shout out to Dominique again for the super chats. Everyday Jack 92, Mary Queen of Scott, Cedric, Gabrielle, and Carl Healing all got one of the channel memberships. So welcome to the nonsense, and thank you for Dominique for that as well. So thank you very much. Rich's favorite pickup of the week was a bottle of Grey Goose. Very nice. Well done, Rich. Well done. Embered Wings also says hers, but she can tell us herself when she comes on. Jarhead says Star Striker. Craig said 2 Davids would be chaos. It absolutely would, but fun, I'm sure. The VHS Cyclops, says Rick Moore, a huge upgrade from the previous version. Yes, absolutely. Paul McCarthy says, my wife surprised me with Spiral 2 weeks ago, which was at Forbidden Planet in Birmingham. Yep, very nice. I think she's slowly starting to get out to the US, but for some reason, that retro wave took a while to get over there. Hero of Collections Austin, he says, just got the Studio Series ROTF Battle Damage Megatron. So what's the ROTF stand for again? Rise of the Fallen. Yeah, I think that's it. Rise of the Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen?
Could be.
I think.
Could be. It's one of the two. It's one of the films anyway. A Backfire figure, but man, he is great for the mainline release despite the battle damage. Colours are far better than the standard release. I do have some movie Transformers. I don't show them off much, but there's some Transformers and there's some movie Transformers down there. Only the original 5, I think. Maybe a couple of others. But I do like Transformers. Just... It's one of those lines where you got to stay away from when you're trying to spend money elsewhere, like we were talking about earlier. And other than that, a few other people have jumped into the chat saying hello. So hello to anyone who's joined us a little bit later. That's absolutely fine. Lily of the Gym says hello. I'm late to the party. Welcome. Okay, cool. Right. Let's. So I've got 2 pieces of news I wanted to discuss with you guys. So I'm conscious of time, so we need to do this very quickly. So I wanted to recap the Legends news, as it is Legends and Liquor, just to see if you were like pre-ordering or not. So we're speedball through this, because again, I've talked about it enough on the channel, but I'm always curious if you guys are in or out. So I guess we'll do a quick it hit or miss on these 2 releases from you guys, and we don't have to really dive too much deeper into this. So as you know, this week's reveals, haven't gone up for pre-order just yet. First one was at the end of last week, and it was Yondu, who's another character for our Cosmic Shelves, another character to the founding members of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And then earlier this week, they revealed Squadron Supreme 2-pack with Hyperion and Dr. Spectrum. Okay, so first time in the line for Dr. Spectrum, second time in the line for Hyperion, but definitely an upgraded version all the same. So my biggest takeaway from these were just initial thoughts. Great, new characters added to the line. So I would like to add these to the collection at some point. So I'm just curious, not getting into the politics of prices or anything like that just yet. I'm just curious, as action figures, are these something that you guys would like to add to the collection? Let's just go around real quick and give me a hit or a miss on both of these packs, and then we'll get into stuff we're excited for 2023, because I guess that's the more interesting topic. So real quick on these, Tom.
The Yondu looks cool, but the only Hasbro figures I'm pre-ordering this year are Joe's. Everything else has to be on clearance.
Yep.
And the 2-pack, as even one of our online retailers is declaring it bargain bin fodder already. Yeah. I can't really say that it looks good.
Yeah, shout out Kapow Toys, who literally just went, yeah, this is fodder for sure. But yeah, it's a shame. But it is what it is. Trevor, what about you with the Legends? I know you dabble, but do these cosmic characters?
Yeah.
I
have a lot, and I thought about this Yondu because I did kind of like this group of Guardians, but I'm tempering myself with Legends this year. I'm pretty much just sticking to X-Men because I get a lot of stuff in the hopes of like shooting it, and I just don't. So I just know this isn't going to be something. And this, I mean, I read Squadron Supreme back in the day. It was interesting, being a Justice League take, but that I can't believe that Bucky Cap body, man. I just don't understand. I don't understand the use. Like, do they have extra ones laying around? I don't get it. Do they have to use up? I'm not really sure. But
they have a Bucky Cap quota.
This doesn't appeal
to
me.
Hit every year, clearly. Just the Bucky Cap quota.
How
many Bucky Caps we done? No, we need some more. We need some more. Yeah, it's
I think they have blanks in the back, and they just have to use them up. They just got to get rid of them.
I heard they tried to sell them to McFarlane, and he was like, "No, I don't want that."
That's crap.
I don't think any Marvel Legends fan is happy to see the Bucky Cap in 2023, myself included. Even if it is a brand new character, like I always try and use that as a positive aspect. But no, the Bucky Cap in 2023, it's not good enough.
Character with so much going on right in the chest there, with the convergence of colors, and then you've got that big cut there. It's just like weird, man. It's really strange.
Absolutely. Cloud, what about you with these? I know you said you're picking and choosing now with Legends, so I'm just going to take a guess here and say you're putting these on the back burner.
Big time. I'm happy to see new characters. Always. It gets me excited for people who are excited. I am trying to stick solely to X-Men going forward with a few exceptions. I would like that Hyperion, but I'm going to wait to see if I can get it on some kind of deal or sale or clearance or something. But otherwise, I'm out.
Yep, that's fair.
I've got vampires to buy, right, Trevor?
That's right.
Mark, what about you?
Yeah, out of the two, Dan, I think Yondu is the one that appeals to me a bit more because I like what Trevor was saying. I like that original Guardians of the Galaxy 3000 team. I remember reading the comics back in the 90s. I do actually want Hyperion out of the two. Shout out to Rectangular, who on his leak list mentioned both of those.
His bingo card is lighting up this year for sure.
It's lighting up, everything's sort of coming through. But like Trevor said, I have to kind of agree. The downer for me out of these two is the use of the Bucky Cap mold. But it's likely, isn't it? Like Capalto was saying, this is probably going to go on clearance. I think you were saying to Rich M on your stream on Thursday that the added sort of like insult thing is that part of it's pinless and part of it isn't on Dr. Spectrum, I think.
Yeah,
right?
The arms are pinless, the legs ain't. So it's like they gave the Bucky Cap new arms and thought no one would notice. And it's like, excuse me, we noticed. Like, come on now. And also, like Ravana's pointing out in the chat, like, look at the pin. The arm is completely yellow, and the joint is blue. And like you don't even need that joint to be blue because the top of the shoulder's yellow as well. So it's just like a lazy.
It's blue on the top, like on the red one. Like it's blue on the top of the shoulder.
Got a little bit of blue up there,
really?
but
okay. No, I think you're right. No,
I guess if it's sitting down, you're going to see the top.
They could have tightened up the blue to end at the shoulder so that it wouldn't overlap, and then that could have been cleaner.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, David's bang on, to be fair. So that's I understand why they chose it, but it is very jarring when you see it posed the other way. Is all I'm making the point of. But okay, I can see why they did that.
That same way for Storm's underarm.
I retract my comments. comment. Still, Bucky Cap shit though. I don't retract that comment.
And like Tom says, then I think the same. I'll pre-order Joe's. But with Legends, I don't know if everyone's feeling like this. I'm sort of like not sure whether to wait or not because so much of it's going on clearance so quickly. It's kind of like you kind of think, well, should I pre-order it or should I just play this sort of? Unless you really want it, shall I just see if it goes on clearance?
I didn't mention this earlier, but this is the best £3 figure that I ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Hasbro have sort of taught the consumer in 2022. Like you don't need to pre-order it, by the way, because it's going to be on sale in a couple of months. So that's Hasbro's fault. Do you know what I mean? They're idiots. Like I don't know what's going on, but they've taught us this. It's not like we've all banged it together and decided let's do this. The evidence and the facts have pushed us in this direction.
You almost think that this. Sorry.
Go on. No, it's all good. Carry on.
You almost think the Squadron Supreme could have been like a pack. You know what I mean? Like just put them out all at once. It might be more appealing to people to get all of them at once. Besides building this, because this is a very narrow amount of people who are going to be into this property. You know what I mean?
We need Wizard, maybe Princess Power, and then maybe a different Nighthawk, and you have the team. David with another super chat. Thank you very much, David.
David Deepole donated €10. I had a good pickup last night, but asked him to leave because I needed to watch my action figure stream. They complimented my Gambit
Relentless
though.
today.
Not excited about reveals, but get them for world building.
Yeah, world building is the word I keep using a lot, and it's not a defense of the shitty figures, please. It's just my perspective on collecting, that's all. David D. Paul says, I did have a good pickup last night, but asked him to leave because I needed to watch my action figure streams. They complicated my Gambit too. Gambit may be a euphemism. Not excited about reveals, but I'm getting into the world building. Yeah, again, as I was saying. Abnugler from Down the Well, he said, Dan, you're going to have to change the name of Legends and Liquor to Legends and something else because everyone's getting back on their Legends. Like, throughout the year, you might just see the shelves slowly change to something else. Alexi, what about you with these?
I think Yondu looks really cool. I'm not a big Marvel cosmic collector, so I don't have any Guardians. I like what they did. The colors look really cool. They pop. His arm design is nice. He's got butterfly joints, which that's pretty much what you need with a bow and arrow figure. I like his boots. The pins don't really bother me on this character. A lot of the complaints are that he doesn't have enough hands or he doesn't have enough this, but if you're expecting more than what you see here, then you're overestimating the popularity of Yondu and how many people were asking for it.
Because people are talking about the reuse and stuff, so like it's like, of course they're going to reuse pieces. Like this is not a popular character.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's why
I think it looks good too. Yeah, I won't be picking it up, but I will admire it from afar. People that have over 2,000 figures in their collection, you know, I'll love their posts when they post stuff about it. But this is a pass for me. Yeah, moving on to Squadron Supreme. I actually am more of a DC comic reader, so I never read any Squadron Supreme, and I'm not even sure who they go up against in the lore. I like what they did with Legion, or what is his name? Hyperion.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. So I like what they did with Hyperion. They gave him the new legs. The torso is a little bit different. Their design is cool with like his girdle, and you know how they still gave him some articulation in there. The pins on the arms, they don't bother me. Maybe because I'm not going to buy him, but
you can get him into this taking a shit pose though if you needed to. Do you know, like just the squatting,
yeah,
really forcing it out.
That power up. That's why he's got the girdle, because all of the force is coming through his midsection.
Yeah.
Dr. Rectum, I don't know. This seems like a really bad. This is like they just grabbed a bunch of parts. I think in some of the chats they were like, it looks like the prototype figure that Dwight shows sometimes, where he's like, "Look what I Legoed together."
It's the test shot.
Yeah, the test shot. Test shot. Yeah.
It doesn't. Is he a Green Lantern analog or?
Yeah. Essentially, he controls light and shit with a gem. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do like the pose that they put in the promo, his like Tai Chi Ginyu Force type thing. But again, total pass. If you're a world builder or if you're a Squadron Supreme, this is right up your alley. Again, if you expected more than this, you might have been overestimating the popularity of these characters. But that easy pass for me.
Okay, David?
Well, it should come as no surprise to any of you that it's not just the tip. I am all in on buying all of this. I mean, you can't present me with this big, long, curved fin on the top of Yondu's head and expect me not to buy it. We need to build out the Guardians of the Galaxy, the classic Guardians. There is enough new on there as Alexi was outlining. So yeah, there's some reuse, but yeah, there's like half of him is new. So get over it. And then Squadron Supreme, they're essentially an Avengers team villain counterpart. Alexi,
alternative reality, yeah. They keep going back and forth in different universes. Yeah.
So I mean, the Hyperion is not something I necessarily needed because I have the other one, but it is a good upgrade. It's, you know, got enough new parts in there. The girdle, as you said, diaphragm joint looks good. So I'm excited for him. I've wanted a Dr. Spectrum figure for a long time because he's so easy to do. It's just like a bodysuit. So, I mean, it's about time. He's rainbow colored, so go LGBTQ. And he's got a new diamond accessory. And the light effects could work with Dazzler. And, you know, it's cute. It's done. It does the job.
Yeah. By the way, Rich is in the chat shouting a prism because when he called it a gem, I corrected him and told him it was a prison, and a prism, and he wouldn't shut up about it. So I just called it a gem myself. So he's in the chat going mad at me now, going, "It's a prism." So I only said
Ravenna in the chat was saying that he reminds her of the when you do the parachute in gym class. Do you guys do that over there?
Yes. Everyone runs under
it and sit under it. Yeah. She was saying that's what he reminds her of.
Flip the ball until you get hit in the face.
Know that, right? Yeah, it's only us that would know that at this age, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Anymore, yeah. He's like
probably
the twister,
too dangerous now.
The twister board.
Twister board, yeah.
Uno. Some people are saying toy.
It's the Uno all. Yeah.
Oh, the Uno draw 4.
Draw 4, right?
Or the wild
draw
card.
4 man.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I might pick him up for that now. No, that's kind of cool.
For the record, completely fair criticism. And again, on Legends of Liquor, I don't want everyone to think just because I like Legends, you have to like it either. Like, this is fair game. I loved hearing everyone else's perspectives on this in a fair, respectful way.
With without you, Dan. With or without you, I'm a shill.
No, it's not even about being a shill. Like, I love world building and I love adding new characters to the collection. But I completely agree with all the criticisms. They are absolutely fair. And like I was talking about with Shatamus last week, like, it's the value's not there. Like, if these would not get a cheaper price point, then I'd be like, okay, I know what to expect with a bookie cap. I want this character design. I'm in. But it's like, I'm paying the big bucks now to get the shit, and it's like, no, like, it's the value that's not there for me with Legends at the minute. And yeah, it's very frustrating as a Legends lover. And we're in this sort of turbulent time because we were in the golden age. 2018 to like 2020 was like great times, and like now we've sort of went woof in the opposite direction, and it's because of value, absolutely. So yeah, that's the Legends talk. And again, I'm sure there'll be a lot more of it in 2023. We only know, again, about 30-40% of what's coming this year. Still lots more to find out, unless you speak to Rectangular. He'll give you the whole list. He knows everything. But before we get out of here, I do just want to go around, and again, I need to make this as brief as possible. I think I'll do an episode where we dive more into this sort of idea of wish listing, what we'd like to see in the new year. But we'll do it very briefly here. Just go around and just sort of throw me something that you're excited for in 2023, whether it's something that's already been revealed, something you know's gonna get revealed, or hope it will get revealed, or whatever. Just something looking forward in this toy collecting game that you're excited about. And I promise we'll come back to it in on Legends of Liquor and do a deeper dive on this topic. But just real briefly here to give people a tease of some future conversations. What are you excited about in 2023? Tom?
Well, I'm excited. The Mezco are actually shipping stuff.
Hey! But will they ship Batman? Will Keaton Batman? Is 2023 the year of Keaton
There's
Batman?
No way.
No.
Going for the record, man.
No? Okay.
It already is the record, but we're going for a bigger record.
Yeah, okay.
Unbeatable.
We're 3 years gone, so probably, yeah. It doesn't really matter when they ship it now, to be honest.
And you order direct from Mezco as well, and being in the UK, and you've never had a problem?
No, I normally order off the UK, unless it's an exclusive.
Oh, okay. Do you have to wait long? Do the UK stores...
It's usually about 2 months afterwards.
Okay. So it's not...
But even with the exclusives, like Cousin Eddie, I think, has shipped to most US addresses, but like I'm still waiting on mine, and all the other UK guys are waiting on theirs, so... we seem to get like second class treatment.
It's sometimes the case with NECA as well, where you'll see all the Americans getting, like, if you order direct off the NECA store, all the Americans will get their stuff, and in the UK, you know, you're waiting another 2 months for it because we're the last to come out of the warehouse or whatever. So I suppose international's just that delay, unfortunately. But yeah, Mezco.
Yes, fine.
February. We'll be talking more about Mezco in February because every weekend is they're revealing stuff, right?
Yeah,
so
Mezco
yeah, so I'm sure on Legends of Liquor again we'll be talking about Mezco very, very, very soon. All right, nice. Let's go across to Trevor. Trevor, something you're excited about in 2023?
Will come no surprise that I'm excited for Cosmic Legions.
Absolutely, yeah.
In art, 1/6 in the 1/6 world, in art, Gandalf and Aragorn look incredible, and I love Lord of the Rings. So, and in bringing it back to Legends, for the love of all things holy, Dan, if you're watching, and I know it's not just up to you, but can I please have a classic angel?
Absolutely, yeah. We're on that bandwagon with you. Trust me. Me and Rich have been talking about it on our Thursday show as well. Classic Angel is needed, absolutely, with some nice.
Do you mean like original 5 X-Men classic Angel, or like the red and white suit Angel?
No, the red and white or the blue and white. One of those two, or both. You know,
it was a trick question. I'd have taken either of them.
Yeah, no.
I'll take the original set too. I have that original set, but those are all Bucky caps, and
they're pretty dated. Yeah.
So they're really dated. That'd be cool too. And if you do a classic Angel, guys, I've a little YouTube channel that I'd love to.
There you go. Let's make it happen.
They're still doing that. I don't even know if they're doing that.
I reckon they're going to stop doing it this year. Because they've been. There's so much like weird energy in the community at the minute. Like they know they're not going to please everybody. They're just going to. I think they're just going to back out for a while. I think.
Yeah.
And let the water
could
settle.
be.
We shall see.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. Mark, what about you? Oh, you sent me a picture real quick, didn't you? And we will.
I certainly did, Dan. Yeah, there's 3 things I'm sort of excited for, but I did send you pictures. Yeah.
Okay, first up the pictures then, Mark.
Yeah, so the Jaded Toys Street Fighter 2 figures, I'm really excited for those. I can see Alexi is same as me, I guess, but I'm kind of the first wave's meant to be going up for pre-order sort of any time now, but saw their sort of interviews on the Whoosh and a few other places, and they just look so cool, and they're going to scale great with Legends as well. So if you want the Marvel v Capcom sort of in photos or on your shelf, you'll be able to recreate that as well. But yeah, really looking forward to this. A couple of other things looking forward to: NECA Turtles, the NECA comic Mirage Turtles. Really excited for those.
The big ones, the big chunky ones.
The big ones, exactly. I think out of San Diego Comic Con, the Street Fighter, the Jaded Toys Street Fighter, and the the NECA comic Mirage Turtles were the 2 things I was probably most excited for, and anything Action Force.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure Bobby Valler's got plenty up his sleeve. When's Joe Fest? Joe Fest like June-ish time, June, July or something like that?
Yeah, and he's got like they call it Valacon now, but he's got there's a kind of I think it's Joe Fest, isn't it actually? Which is
they just call it Valacon because he has such a big presence. Yeah. But that's like the Comic-Con of Action Force is Joe Fest, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Plenty. A vehicle, I think, on the way from him as well this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Plenty of stuff for sure. Cloud, what about you?
I'm going to echo the Action Force sentiment. These have definitely pulled me in. I'm really looking forward to getting some of the earlier characters I missed out on. The teases they've had for the new weapons pack, awesome. Surprise to nobody, Mythic Legions. There's a lot of stuff on the way. Cosmic Legions included. I do have one of those on pre-order. But the Poxus wave looks great. I'm very excited for the Necronominus wave. I'm guessing next year at this point. The All-Stars should be soon. So I have to find a way to keep Kessie from killing me. But I'm going to... She appreciates them too. But I think that's what I'm most excited for. And on Legends, anything... X-Men related, whether it's something I end up picking up or not, I love seeing the X-Men characters. So I'm curious what else they have for the 60th.
Nice. Alexi?
To your point, Cloud, the figure booth is going to do a video soon on how to lie to your spouse about your figure spending to successfully hide all of your bad habits. So
I told you,
keep an eye out.
Put cookies in the packages. Distraction.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll get her something. I'll get her something. Like there's the if you guys see the Nendoroid Ninja Turtles that they just showed up, the cartoon ones. I pre-ordered Donatello because it's cute and she loves Donatello. So I'm like, hey, you get something.
And he's the best too. Yeah, we know.
Look over there. Yeah. Yeah. For me, so you guys are kind of ahead of us in release. So like I still haven't gotten I actually pre-ordered this. I still haven't gotten the retro wave that
weird.
Longshot and Spiral and the Wolverine.
Avalanche.
So I'm looking forward to that.
I've seen people put comments on my YouTube channel saying like this was meant to be the first wave of 2023. Like the Legends team have said, no, that was a 2022. The last wave of 2022 was the retro X-Men wave. It's just delayed. It's just been delayed getting to the US for some reason. So sad time. Great figures though. Spiral, as you know, one of the best of the year.
I mean, I hear all the reviews, but I have yet to get them.
Hopefully soon.
that was the last thing that I pre-ordered. Moving forward, my strategy is to not pre-order anything and to wait for it to come into Entertainment Earth and use that Dan Who code for free shipping.
I love it. Thank you very much. Links in the description, everyone.
Yeah, Blob, X-Men 3-packs. Those are all not on pre-order, but I will be picking those up. As far as releases or reveals, part of collecting is selling stuff to make space or in anticipation of a new figure coming out or maybe a better version of the figure you have, like the X-Men 3-pack. Mm-hmm. I fucked up and I sold my vintage card Hawkeye over a year ago because I was all in with Rectangular and I was like, oh yeah, we're getting a Sky Cycle and it's coming out soon. I can't wait. Make the space for it. And so now my classic Avengers has like Wonder Man and Tigra, but no Hawkeye. So, so I'm waiting for that. I'm really hoping that gets
on his list. Finally,
revealed.
Rectangular is going to get his long-awaited wish. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to be really pissed off if it's the exact same figure but just repainted, or fucking cell shaded or something. But alas, I made the mistake, so that's on me. And then as far as releases that are not Legends, Mezco Ghost Rider. I'm really looking forward to Mezco Ghost Rider. I did the same thing. I got rid of my Legends Ghost Rider in anticipation, and I needed the money to pay for the Mezco one. Yeah. And what was the last one? Anything from Mafex I'm looking forward to. I tried to break up, not with you, with my Mezco Spider-Man pre-order the other day. Okay. And you know how it is. You meet up and you have breakup in mind, and then you're like spending time with them, and you're like, there's like a few good things, and maybe it's worth salvaging. So I still have that Mezco Spider-Man pre-order at Entertainment Earth. So maybe I'll cancel it and I'll wait for it to come in stock so I can use the code.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Some cool stuff for sure. And again, Mezco, like Mafex, I'm sure are going to reveal stuff every month anyway this year. So plenty of stuff from them. And they're going backwards, ain't they? They just revealed this week Stealth Cap and Winter Soldier. Yeah. So yeah, they're jumping all over the time in regards to time frames. Yeah, nice. Okay, David, over to you. Things you're excited about in 2023?
Yeah, I already mentioned the Batman 66 stuff. I hope that we get a Bookworm and a Shame, the cowboy villain, and
I swear you just make some of these up at some point. I won't even know you're not because they sound so obscure.
No, they're all real. Okay. I promise. They're all real. And
Shame the cowboy. What the hell?
Shame the cowboy. He was a cowboy villain. It was dumb as hell, and it was hilarious. He played it so dumb, and it was great. You have to watch it.
Okay.
Find YouTube. And then in Legends, I'm definitely looking forward to anything X-Men and Avengers anniversary related.
Absolutely.
Rectangular's bingo list is doing amazing so far this year. So Black Knight and Cersei 2-pack that's supposed to be coming. Monica Rambeau classic Captain Marvel is supposed to be coming. Can't wait to see those. And then any other surprises that we didn't know about the Yondu from Rectangular's list. Mm-hmm. And we didn't know about Ronan the Accuser from Rectangular's list. Mm-hmm. So we're still getting the fulfillment of all the things on the list, and then we're still getting these store exclusive or
that list isn't every Legend of 2023. It's about I don't know, maybe 50-60% of it. There's still plenty that we don't know.
Right. So that's the excitement too. It's like the stuff we don't know to anticipate yet that is going to still blow me away. So excited for all that. So yeah,
nice. I promise we will dive deeper in these. I'd love to go deeper in some of these lines on Legend of Liquor and see.
I always prefer to go deeper.
Yeah, of course. I need to care for what I say these days. But until then, let's go around and tell the people where they can find you online, and I'm sure we'll be back again to talk some toys very, very soon. Tom,
at Mini Plastic Multiverse on Instagram. And on Joe's and Juice at some point in February.
Absolutely, yeah. The Joe's team have confirmed. They also revealed that we're going to get a Joe Army builder at last, finally. Yeah. So yeah, me, Tom, and Mark will be back in February. Hopefully, straight after they've done their thing, when we don't wait weeks after it. So we'll be timely. We'll make sure we're on the ball this time. But yeah, we'll be back in Feb. Trevor, plug away, my friend.
At 16_shooter on Instagram, 16shooter here on YouTube. Legion's Lounge is happening Monday. We're going to be talking about the madness of the test shot sales and the PowerCon exclusive and a whole bunch of other stuff there. It's always fun there, giving some stuff away. Yeah.
Cool. And make sure you give Jay's Toys Collection UK an invite, by the way, to the international one.
Yeah, I definitely will, for sure. And again, thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
All good. Mark?
Well, Tac Customs on Instagram and on YouTube, Tac Toys with Phil.
Link is in the description to Mark's to YouTube. Please go and subscribe to Mark's YouTube. Basically, daily content, daily like snackable content from Mark. Always breaking down the toy news. Always nice. Cloud?
On the topic of Joe's and Juice, end of February, we are taking a trip to Jersey, and I should be coming back with that retro collection. So maybe sometime in March we can do a stream once I've had a chance to go through it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We'll definitely do that. I am on Instagram at cloud_network. My Twitter account is there, and I just want to say I'm the one with the spicy Twitter account. I've behaved this stream. I've been good. So, guys.
Alexi?
I'm on Instagram and in the comments on YouTube because I'm all over the action figure community, dropping my dumbass 2 cents. So look for me at Ya Boys Got Toys. I always love chit-chatting.
He certainly does have toys. He has a lot of Simpsons references as well, which I always appreciate. David?
I have a cromulent amount of Simpsons references.
And I'm David. I'm at Instagram at David_Evan_Smith, and I still hold the record as being the man that's most reused more than Bucky Cat.
Did you watch? Did you watch this week's episode of the Thursday show?
I didn't yet.
Okay, because we go down the list of Dan Yoon's responses, and we found your scroll replies, and I'll let you watch the replay. But it was funny. All right, everyone's links are in the description of this video. As always, a pleasure, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, get out of here, and I'll stick around for group 2. All right, bye everyone.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. See you guys later.
Bye. Beautiful. So if you are in group 2, start sending me those fresh DMs, and let's get you in here right away, and let's talk some toys all over again. Sunday afternoon, it's approaching, it's about 20 to 8 here in the UK. So hopefully people on the West Coast are warming up, they're awake now a little bit. I'm not too sure if Parallel is still streaming right now. Is Breakfast Bar's over? I'm not too sure. But hopefully we can keep you distracted here on this Sunday afternoon, talking some toys, what people have been buying. It's always fun to see what other people in the community are buying, isn't it? I at least think it's interesting because it's like, not everyone collects the same things, not everyone collects the same way. And as people dabble, like Cloud was just saying that like they're moving away from Legends to collect something else, and it's no rules here. It's a wild west collecting in this hobby, like. And it's fun to hear other people's experiences. So that's why I like Legends and Liquor. It's definitely a community-driven sort of show and hangout, which is so much fun. So, if you're in Group 2 is Jamie J, Craig, Ravana, Justin, Rush, and Tanner. And I put Jamie and Jay in Group 2 because obviously they needed to rest up from last week, but hopefully they're awake and raring to go. So Jamie J, Craig, Ravana, Justin, Rush, and Tanner, send me the link and I'll get you in here and let's talk some toys. Night of Raiden said it's 2:44 p.m. here on the West Eastern US of A. Yeah, crazy. The YouTube world is crazy because everyone's different places of the planet. Absolutely insane. Like, we have people pop in from Australia and it's like the future for them if you're in Australia. Absolutely crazy. Okay, thank you to everyone still in the chat. Disavowed's in the chat. Shout out Disavowed, one of the co-hosts of the Infinite Equation podcast. He says, great job, Group 1. Disavowed, you need to get involved with the channel. Throw some love. Become a channel member. Come and get involved. Get involved with your other co-host, Rush. Here, Talia, it's a good place. Get involved. Don't be shy. Abnugler's still lingering. He's got a reception down that well. I can see you. Right, let me get this link off. I'm going to send the link to Group 2. And again, we're discussing the same topics, but it's a completely different group of people. So it's different perspectives and different opinions. And I like the group format. It's fun to get a nice variety and mix. And if we had all these people on screen at once, it'd be too messy. So the group format I quite like. So it works. It works for sure. Okay, links are being set. I thought Craig just told me he pooed then. What did he just say? Oh, no. He popped to the loo. Oh, I thought he said he pooed. Okay, Craig, Justin, Jamie, Jay, you've all got one. Ravana's got one. Rush has got one. Tanner's got one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, beautiful. Links are out. Okay, cool. And again, as we go through Group 2 pickups, if you are just popping in here, let me know some of your favourite pickups from the last couple of weeks as well, and I'll read a couple out as I see fit. Collecting Russia. The Fuchsia's about to go live at 3 with their top 10 Legends wish list. Okay, we're if we lose the viewers, we know where they are. I wouldn't go up against Robo and Veebs, that's for sure. But but we're here every other week anyway. Legends of Liquor, you know the score. Do I need another drink? Do I need to go and get another drink? No, I think I'll be okay. I've got this heater next to me, but I need to turn it off now because it's getting warm. Okay. So I create such a mess when I'm streaming, by the way, like boxes and shit everywhere around me. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, the room is populating. 4 in the rating room. I'll wait for a few more of them to pop in, and we're ready to go. Who else is in the chat? Iron Manuel, the knife's out. Literal Action Figs, the knives are out. The Backstabbers. Disembowel says Spiral isn't real. Silly, stupid, how good it is. Simply stupid how good it is. Yes, absolutely. Spiral, best legend of the year in regards to my top 10 anyway, for sure. Daniel Ortiz says, I just picked up the Mezco, Cyclops, Cable, and Bishop. Nice. All 3 at once. Were they easily to obtain? I know Bishop has literally just come out, but I think Cable and Cyclops have been out for a little bit. It's nice to see them sort of creating a little... Usually Mezco are just like one-offs, ain't they? But it's nice to see them actually building some team in some regard. So some X-Men are on the shelf at least. Still plenty to go, though. Still absolutely plenty to go. I think there's a Mezco Gambit. Or am I making that up? Can't remember. There's definitely more X-Men is my point anyway. Doc Avenger says, I got my Crimson Guard and the Howl Witch. Very, very nice. Night Ren said, recently picked up the Hot Toys TMSO52 Chrome Mando. Beautiful figure. Oh, the Mandalorian season... Oh, okay, yes. The Mandalorian season 2, episode 5 or something. Am I making that up? Chrome Mando? I don't know. The code means something anyway. I can't crack the code. Right, 7 people are in the chat. Let me get them in here. I'll press accept on all of them. Let's see them piling. Let them pile in. Who we got? We got 6. We want one more. We're waiting for Justin. He says he's joining. We'll patiently wait. Okay, I can get 6 on screen until Justin's in. Okay, 6 on screen. Craig, you need to flip your phone. Unless you want all of us to turn our head. There you go, that's fine. Okay, cool. And we're waiting for Justin. Okay, Justin will be in a second. Craig, you good? You there? You alive? No, he isn't.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, he is. All good. Tanner?
Yeah, I'm here. Good weekend.
Good. Rush?
Present,
thank you. Yeah, register. Just going through. Ravana?
Ready to go.
Let's go. Jay and Jamie, you're awake. You've made it.
Hello, I'm here. I'm still awake.
You're tired.
Absolutely knackered. 7 a.m. yesterday morning I got up and I've had 3 hours since.
Okay, Justin's here now. There he is. Yeah, so as I said, Jay basically was a commentator for the whole Royal Rumble. So what was so good about you, Jay, is that like it was just your voice. There was no like background noise or nothing like that. So I synced you up with the Royal Rumble, and you literally were the extra commentator for the whole show. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I only thought I'd stay up for the Rumble, and when Tanner went to bed, I went, maybe it's sensible I go to bed after the Men's Rumble. So I didn't expect the Men's Rumble to be first, but then I just stayed up with you, and I wasn't typing as much. So I was like literally trying to not fall asleep in my chair, but I was there with you the whole time.
Thank you for watching. You and Jamie kept me awake, and Tanner jumped in as well. But you and Jamie, we went to bed at 20 past 5.
20 past 5. I messaged the group at 20 past 5 saying, right, I'm going to bed. I'm closing the door for Legends of Liquor. But no, fun times for sure. Jamie, you okay? You need to sleep?
I'm alive, just about. Yeah. I had to stop even longer because my little brother was out and forgot his key. and then informs me that he's bald, so I needn't have stayed up at all.
Oh, okay. Fair play to your brother. And Justin, how are you? Can you hear me, Justin? Justin.
I'm good. Can you
oh,
hear
there
me?
he is. There he is. Yes. All good. Okay. Just making sure.
I don't know what's going on with me.
It's all right. You're in. Have we got a delay? Or are you there in real time? I think there's a delay. There may be a delay. You good? Are you good, Justin?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out if the okay, cool. All right, sound. Right, let's continue. All right, let's talk some new toys, people. Let's talk some new toys. Tanner, what have you got you want to show off? As I said, I know you've got a lot of turtles which are worthy of its own turtle and tea. It's in itself, but just give us the highlights and we'll get deeper on turtles and tea.
All right, highlights. We got this guy here who I didn't have 2 weeks ago. Unarmored Last Ronin.
Nice.
The second to last loot crate has arrived as well with the 2 figures from there. And the other highlight from the Turtles wave is probably Van Helsing. I got so many Turtles things over the past few days.
You got the retro stuff, the Super 7 stuff, we could just do a pickup section.
I've got a little bit of everything, so it's fine. I'm gonna do something else I've got, which is everybody who has been watching knows I've been picking up the Transformers crossover figures. So I've got the Bumblebee Striker.
Nice.
Fan.
With Stalker, right?
Stalker, Striker, I think it is.
No, Stalker. No, he comes with Stalker. Sitting in the car, driving it.
I know he comes in the car, but I'm looking at the box and it says Striker. So
okay.
It says Striker, so yeah. And then the other thing I picked up was a Mezco Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're still in the Mezco? Wow.
Spiraling
okay.
down.
He's lost hope now. He's in there. We can't get him. He's
there's no way. Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I want to go over as of right now.
Nice. Ravanna, anything new?
Actually, yeah, I got a few things this week. Well, I'll show you the best things I got. So, first of all, which Cloud was already showing her off, Pandora.
Very nice. You liking them?
She's amazing. Let's see here. So I already had one of these Python Patrol officers, but I got a second one.
Oh, is that the yellow? Oh, the Lollipop Man. In the UK, I doubt very much in America you have Lollipop Men, but it's like the people that help schools cross the street.
Okay, we just call them crossing guards.
Yeah, we call them Lollipop Men because they hold a big stick with a big luminous,
It makes sense.
It looks like a giant lollipop, so we call them Lollipop Men. But they wear that colour. So we've dubbed them.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Man.
If you ask David Evan Smith, he'll pretty sure
yeah, give me a different. He will give me a different Lollipop Man. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I initially was going to pass on those, and I'm glad I didn't, because once you get them in hand, they're actually really
very
good.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And then I got so much stuff here. This guy I opened last night, and it's
the War Machine.
Yeah.
Posed up very nicely there as well.
And him as well, I almost didn't buy, but he's freaking amazing. I really like that figure a lot.
Yeah, I like those effects.
Where'd you order it from?
Red.
That's from Hasbro Pulse. Yeah. And last but not least, my favorite would be Artemis Silvercord, which shout out to Trevor 16 Shooter for posting the link while this was available, because I love her. She's amazing.
What are your rules with Mythic Legions? Like Cloud's getting all the vampires. Are you just picking up characters you like the look of, or are you in a clan? Or
yeah. So my wife, she's already been collecting them for a couple years now. She has a nice little collection, so I've been admiring them through her collection. And then I started seeing some like elves, vampires. That's sort of my territory. So yeah, pick and choose, which is really nice because I mean they all look great. But obviously you can't buy everything, so I have an easy time picking and choosing for now. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's nice that the missus collects some as well, because then you don't have to spend your money, but you can still enjoy them. It's very clever.
I'm in her room right now because, that's where the setup is for this, but I come in here all the time, and check out her toys, because we have a little bit of overlap, but most of it's not overlap, so I get to enjoy things that I'm not going to buy. So it's pretty cool.
No, that is cool. It's cool. Rush, what about you?
Actually, the only thing I picked up in the past 2 weeks is the Transformers Blitzwing.
Okay, very
I'm
nice.
slowly expanding my Transformers display. I think this is Legacy. It could be Siege, could be Earthrise. They've got so many different lines for the same characters. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I've seen your wish list for Transformers, so there's still quite a few that you still would like to get in plastic, right?
Yeah, my mind's eye of the Gen 1 collection, just the ones that I remember. I don't need every single one. It's not like my Legends collection, just the ones that actually meant something to me. And, to go along, you keep on making fun of my new name.
Out of love, by the way. I'm only joking.
Oh, no. I'm not in a, rush to...
I know you're not. That's ironic. That's the ironic thing about your name.
But, no, it's more of, the rush as in, like, the high, the, excitement
the rush,
you get for collecting.
The collecting rush.
The collecting rush.
It was just funny because I know you're a patient man and you're like, things will come and you're not in a rush, but your name says collecting rush, so it implies the opposite of what you actually are like. It's funny.
Well, I'm not a British YouTuber that gets everything like almost a full year before us in America, so there's really no hurry in
Look,
me
it's the
getting
super
these.
producer with his many scouting skills. It ain't me for sure, but no.
Yeah, Shardamus even gave you a shout out for his X-Men 3-pack, letting him know where he can find it early.
Oh, what? Rich? Yeah, absolutely. As people think, like, if anyone still thinks Hasbro send me everything, you're a fucking idiot. It's simple as that. It's not even a joke anymore. You're an idiot. Hasbro send me shit. The super producer seeks things around the planet, and he points me in the right direction for sure. But I won't pay extra. Like, I can't afford it anymore. Like, so not anymore. I never did. That makes me think I did. I never did. UK distribution is a crazy thing. I can't explain it. But let's go to Jay. Jay, what have you been buying?
What have I been buying? A few things as ever. When am I not buying stuff?
That's true. That's true.
Start on the sale, though. Start on the sale. So picked up some of these Marvel 375 retros because they were £5.99. So
you're going all in on these now, right? You just want them all.
Yeah. I bought quite a lot. So because I've gone in for the DC superpowers from McFarlane, they kind of look similar, so they can go on the shelf underneath and have sort of a nice little retro collection that'll just look after itself. So I got suckered into those. Shout out Cheeky Monkey. She bought The Rock. We went to Smith's.
Oh, I seen that was her pick of the week. She said in the chat. I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout her out. I didn't pay for that, so can't argue with a free Rock for the missus.
Not at all.
Okay. Bought a very weird one here. Bought a Lightning Collection figure again.
That's a great set. That's the wedding anniversary set.
It is. So I sold it years ago when I got completely out of Lightning Collection, but I've gone in the sale. The reason I bought it is to go with this.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
So again, these were £20 in the sale, so you got all three sets for £60.
Each figure's a tenner a pop at that price. You're not going wrong. Not going wrong at all.
Yeah. So I thought I could do a nice quick little display queue for like £60 for that, and that was in the sale on Toy Dip in the UK. Another like bargain retailer.
Yeah, I've used it myself. Yeah.
£26 for that. I think.
Bargain.
Over half price of what it used to be. So that'll give the Turtles someone along with Shredder to fight in the cube. Now we got Super 7. I bought a very random figure here. I bought a Voltron from Super 7.
Oh, I spoke about this last week when Ravana was showing hers off. I was like, I don't know Voltron. It just missed me completely. No attachment to it at all.
Nor did I really. I just YouTubed it and all the cartoons are on there. So yeah. What
have I told you, Jay? What have I told you? Stay away. Stay away from things you don't know.
As I told Raven last week, check out the updated Netflix one that was out a couple of years ago. It's so good. The more you watch, it's like maybe 3 seasons, but by the season finale, it's like obviously there's a big battle, but I was literally on the edge of my seat, like shouting with excitement. It's so good.
Yeah, there was a toy line for that as well, like a modern toy line for that show, weren't there? Yeah, I remember. I do remember that. Very nice, Jay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going with the Super 7 Transformers. So on the 80s shelf. So it's a one and done sort of figure. So the Power Toys had it on their eBay, so that was fine.
What were you going to say, Rush? Sorry.
I was just going to ask him which Voltron was that, but he said Super 7, so he answered my question.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so it's the cartoon version. I think they've done a toy version as well, but that's the cartoon deco to go with the ones. And then we got this surprise purchase in. So going on this wrestling themed weekend, this is the Target exclusive 3-pack with the Raw entrance letters in, and the classic Undertaker, Razor Ramon, and the Lightning Kid just before he was the 1, 2, 3.
Indeed,
So very excited to get that. Didn't think that was coming to the UK at all, and Rock and Roll Collectables got it in the UK. So that was a
Sean Waltman would always be X-Pac to me. I never remember of anything else apart from X-Pac.
The missus was convinced he was coming in the Royal Rumble.
Was he the Lightning Kid? I thought he was just known as the Kid. That's why they added 1, 2, 3 on top of that.
He's been known as the Kid, the Lightning Kid, and the 1, 2, 3 Kid. But when he pinned Razor on Raw because he got the 1, 2, 3, I think they then renamed him the 1, 2, 3 Kid.
And the most awkward pin ever. If you watch that, it's like so weird.
Yes, off a very strange moonsault, I think, isn't it? After, if I remember back. And sticking with wrestling, we got this pre-order in, which is the Ultimate Edition Attitude Era Raw Arena.
And Kane, and an Ultimate Kane in there.
And yeah, the Ultimate Kane in there, but he's not in the standard Ultimate packaging. He's in a plastic 3 packaging full cardboard box. So
you can open him up then.
So yeah, I can actually open an Ultimate Edition for once and not feel guilty. So very excited to build that ring, which I'll be building over the next coming week.
Kane was always one of my favourites. Always one of my favourites.
So got a love of Kane, and finally, I got the Sky Striker.
Absolutely, yeah. Go and check out Jay's unboxing on the channel. Like let me put the link up for Jay's channel. Yeah, whole unboxing up on the channel, doing really well as well, Jay.
Yeah, it's the best video I've ever had. I think somehow got over 2,000 views. I was like, what the heck is going on here? But I guess many people didn't order it, maybe, because it's not classified, but I've got it to go with the classified figure. It's going to hang on the wall behind the classified figures, so I can try to pretend it's in scale, just flying off. But it is 23 inches, which is a lot bigger than
it's on its way to 3K views at this point.
It's going even.
There you go.
Still going.
Yeah, it will load for me. There you go. You started us off in the kitchen. I was just looking around to see what kitchen appliances you have, I'm not going to lie. What's that thing in the background? What's that white thing?
That is her coffee maker. Okay. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know. She puts little pods in it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how to use them. I get confused.
Some form of coffee, but I didn't even know this was coming. It literally turned up from Hasbro Post out of nowhere. So,
box in a box, a proper unboxing as well. Like, not a cutaway. You literally watch him unbox. You see everything.
I had to do it in one take because this laptop is so slow. It's taking me like a day to get it loaded and edited, so I had to go in and edit it. So it had to be all in one take for the pause button.
Yeah,
it's the reason.
I like it. It's raw. It's raw. It's real. I like it.
Kara has added her own unique style commentary over the top.
She's a sweetheart for her recording. If I have to demand her to record me do anything, she'd tell me 2 words. I'll put the link in the description. Go and check out Jay's unboxing on his channel. And subscribe as well. He's climbing towards 1K. Let's get Jay to 1K.
On the road. Yeah, and that was it. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, cool. Always some fun stuff. Jamie?
So, I need to thank you for this, because I had no idea about it. The Doctor Who Regeneration.
I remember that, yeah.
Finally came in.
Very nice.
I mean, it looks better than the proto images, but it's still not the best.
Will you open that to display them, or are you just going to keep that as a collector's piece or something?
No, I'll open it. I've got all the other Doctors on display, so you go with them. I got the Mafex Batman from Dark Knight Rises. Go with the SHS Catwoman that I got last time.
Nice.
I took advantage of the game sale. Got these guys.
Like most Legends collectors in the UK, yeah. There you go. Very nice. £6 for that set. Insane.
Yeah, madness. And last but probably not least, because it's probably my favourite pickup this year, Mafex Evil Gwenpool.
Oh, wow. I forgot they did that. She holding a comic as well?
Yeah, she's got a comic panel in her hand, and she's also holding, like, normal Gwenpool in her fingers.
Very nice.
So,
yeah, I forgot they did that. That came out a while back, to be fair. Was that expensive on the aftermarket?
Oh, I got it for 70.
Yeah, that's about retail for me. That's fine. Yeah, that's decent. Yeah, nice, very nice. Craig, what about you? How's the room coming?
Yeah, it's coming on okay. Just everything's still in boxes, all those figures to go through. So, but I've finished painting and I've got a desk. I just haven't got a desk chair, so I'm sat on a
Still on a box?
chair that I think's gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this. Well, I'm on a chair, but I think it's gonna fall apart. So
we'll keep an eye on you.
But,
if you collapse midstream, we know why.
Just go straight down. But after the last stream, because everyone was showing him off, I went and picked up the Mafex Push Batman in the blue.
There he is.
So yeah, I have opened him. I opened him while I was watching the GI Joe stream, Joe's and Juice.
Very nice.
And I took a few pictures and sent them to Dan and that. So, and then I had a few things like on game turn up. So I had the Renew Your Vows back.
Nice. Again, bargain. 15 £15.
And then I picked up the null pack as well.
Again, £15. I have got one of them for David Paul in the chat. I don't know if he's still there, but I did get one for him. £15, bargain.
And then I also I went back to game and I went and picked up some more of the 375 cards. So I picked up like Black Widow and the 2 Spider-Mans and a few things that were missing in the gaps of my collection.
Very nice.
But then I think it was last week sometime, I went into town and I picked up Stalker. Stalker, Sergeant Stalker. So, and then I picked up Freeze.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting it. Has anyone got the McFarlane Penguin,
really
by the way? Anyone got the McFarlane Penguin?
I've seen him and he looks really good in hand.
I want to know.
The Arkham Knight one looked really good.
Yeah, so I want to get Mr. Freeze, the Penguin, like because I've just ordered Bane on Amazon as well, and I want to get like the core Rose Gallery for Batman to see if they scale with the Mafex. Like, is he too big for the Mafex Batman there, Mr. Freeze?
I haven't tried him yet, but but he's in a suit though, so I've always seen Mr. Freeze as bigger. So. But I also got the Bane that day as well on Amazon that went on offer.
Yeah, I'm curious.
And that's about it, really.
What was that, Jamie?
To hand right now, I've got the Joker from McFarlane next to the Mafex Batman.
Oh yeah, well, that's way too big. Yeah, that don't make sense, does it? Yeah, sad times.
So, some of them you can fudge though, like say Freeze, he's got his outfit.
Yeah, and Penguin's Bane, a little bit
short, Penguin's always short.
Yeah.
But with that wave with Penguin in, you've got Ra's al Ghul, and then you've got obviously you build the Solomon Grundy. So I was tempted by that. I picked up Shazam as well, the cartoon one.
Nice.
Just because I have a cartoon Justice League, even though it's not a classic Wonder Woman in it. It's the I've fudged in the Todd McFarlane.
Because they ain't bloody done one. It's ridiculous. Where's Wonder Woman? It's ridiculous.
But, yeah. Apart from that, it's been obviously just buying lighting stuff for the shelves and that to put lighting up and everything.
Yeah. Building the display.
You can count that as collecting.
Yeah, it's all purchases towards the hobby for sure. Absolutely.
Definitely. What lights are you using?
Just if I could find the box, I've got the box here somewhere. Just some 5 meters from Energizer because I pick them up at work. So
LED strips.
LED strips, for the shelves, and then I use I've got cubes. I use Energizer puck lights that change color. But
people are always asking me about my lights. They're all from IKEA, and they're all pretty much plugged into one circuit. So with a single switch, I can turn all the lights on like 3 different degrees. So I always get that hint to say, and something that actually plugs into the wall, so you don't have to keep replacing batteries. So if you have an IKEA near you, go check it out. You can get them in different lengths and everything.
Yeah, these are all plug-in, and what I do is, because my shelves have like a bar in the middle of the top of them, so I have to get the TV ones that go on the back of your TV. But I've had the ones on my display that I had in the small room, I've had for years. And like I say, I pick these up at work and I get a discount on them. So
sorry, I was having a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, my lights at the top, my yellow ones at the top are all IKEA. They're all plugged into one switch, but the ones at the bottom are just strip lights that you can control with a controller.
Yeah, mine's the same. Once you get one box with one controller, it controls them all. So I have it all in my DTOF as well. I have a DTOF at the side of me that I have that all lit up them as well.
Yeah, nice.
So if they,
oh shit,
they work, they work. So.
Okay. I'll turn this off before someone in the chat has a seizure. Oh shit! Justin, what you been getting?
Oh hey, is the connection better?
There you go, much better, much better. What? Did you move rooms?
Yeah.
You moved rooms, right?
Yeah, I was upstairs. The internet was fine, and then the second went to connect to the Zoom call, it had trouble connecting, and so I just go downstairs.
Much better, my friend. Much better.
But yeah, sorry about that.
No stress, no stress. All good.
What have I been getting? I know you guys in the UK have had this for probably like 2 years now, but I finally got Japanese Spider-Man. Picked him up at a local shop. I really love the way this figure looks, but as far as a Spider-Man, honestly, I'm not impressed with the articulation. But he's just gonna stand there next to my Power Rangers anyway. So
you'd still like a Sentai type of vibe.
Yeah. But I think it looks awesome though.
It looks like the Japanese Spider-Man. It really does.
Oh yeah. I mean, what can you ask for? And then I was really excited because honestly, Dan, I've been going deeper and deeper into like the Pokemon figures. And Pokemon Select really hadn't even announced these.
Oh, you've got the new ones.
Dragapult and the Typhlosion.
You're going to make Brandon, if Brandon ever watches Legends of Nika, very, very jealous. Yeah, they're the two brand new ones, ain't they?
Yeah, they were just randomly in Target. There's supposed to be a Samurai and a re-release of the Charizard in the Wave 2, but those weren't there.
No, very nice.
But,
apparently, they've said the reason there's so many re-releases in that line is because they're so unique. The sculpts are so unique for every character. They can't recoup the reuse money, so they have to re-release their A-list characters constantly to keep the line available.
And especially with figures like Charizard, someone new to the line is always going to want a Charizard.
Exactly.
That's always going to sell.
Exactly.
If it means we keep getting awesome figures like these, they can keep re-releasing one figure per wave. That's fine.
Yeah, no,
whatever they
great.
need. Especially this Typhlosion, man. The articulation is so good. The only thing I don't like about it is he can't get down on all fours and look up. You can turn the legs and kind of fudge it because he has toe joints.
Yeah.
And he can kind of straighten out, but that head can't look all the way.
It's just the scale is impressive compared to anything we've got in the past, because that's Gen 2, so I quite like the start of Gen 2 Pokemon in it, so I really like that. I'm going to get that for sure. The other one, though, I don't recognise. The other Pokemon, who's he? What generation is that?
Dragapult. It is, I'm not sure about the generation number, but it was Sword and Shield. So not this most recent, the game that came out right before Legends Arceus.
Okay, Tanas, could you count with your fingers? Do you know which generation it is?
Yeah, give me a few seconds and I'll work it out.
Okay, cool. I'm just curious. It's not 1 or 2. That's all, because that's all I know.
This one was really cool too, because me and my wife right now are playing through Scarlet and Violet, and she has this on her team right now. So I showed up at home with it, and it was you got something else. Well, what'd you get? And I showed it to her. She's like, okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Go on, Tanner.
Gen 7.
Gen 7. Okay, yeah, way past my time. I haven't played any of the new games.
And the last thing, this is kind of a really sentimental thing. It's a diecast Rusty Wallace NASCAR car. I was able to get it for $5. It's a one of like 30,000. It's from 1997, and this is only important to me because my dad passed away a few years ago, and Rusty Wallace was like his favorite race car driver before he retired. And I regretted not taking care of and like any of the little diecast cars he had gotten me when I was little and everything. And all of them are long gone. So I was able to find this. It's really old and really good condition.
That's cool. That's nice. It's got like you can like have something in your hobby that has an attachment like that sentimental attachment, and it's nice to have something physical as well for those type of memories and stuff like that. I completely get it, my friend. Really cool.
Oh yeah. I was really surprised to find it, especially so cheap, because, man, those die-cast collectors are crazy.
Every time I go to a toy fair, there's just cars everywhere. David with a super chat. Thank you very much, David.
David Depole donated €5. THANKU Dan and LOL lights given rave vibes. Group 2 looking gorgeous at Embered_Wings looking especially stunning and wrinkle free, making me thirsty for a Corona.
Thank you very much, David, being very kind. He says, thank you, Dan and Aloal Lights, giving me the rave vibes. Group 2 looking gorgeous, Embered Wings looking especially stunning, and wrinkle free, making me thirsty for a Corona. Shout out David as always. Yeah, I did get you that 2-pack. I forgot I didn't tell you, but yeah, I did get it. Yeah, so I'll ship it this week for sure.
We did miss that voice message though about his pickups last night, didn't we, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave.
I was waiting.
Basically, David, when everyone else is in bed ready to sleep, David comes alive. He's about to go to raves and everything, and he starts sending his voice messages in the middle of the night. And I'm like in bed with Amanda, trying to like listen to what David's saying. And she's like, "Who's that?" She thinks I'm having an affair with David at the minute, so it's ridiculous.
David's in the night hour.
I showed it.
Dan, you don't sleep.
I try to. I just don't sleep because people message me all the time. It's my own fault. Anything else? Justin?
No, that's it for the pickups. I am excited. A big shout out to Rush and Owen. They're actually hooking me up with the last Build-A-Figure pieces
Billy Jacobs
for my Atuma. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Billy Jacobs. Real name Owen. I know. His Instagram confuses the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Every time. Well, why is it Billy Jacobs? He doesn't even know at this point. No, cool. Very cool. All right, people. Let's get into this Legends news then. Again, like Group 1, I don't want to like dwell on this or anything like this, but I am always curious to see what your thoughts are. Are you in? Or do you want the characters? Do you not care? Etc. Etc. So, just real brief thoughts on these new reveals from Marvel Legends. We've had 2 reveals since the last time we spoke on Legends of Liquor. And again, the consensus for Legends at the minute isn't the best right now. But you know me, I always try and see both sides of the coin. So we got Yondu, single pack exclusive, Target exclusive, I think it is. And then we got recently the Squadron Supreme 2-pack with Hyperion. And for the first time ever, Dr. Spectrum. So very curious to see what you think on this. So just quick thoughts on these 2 and if you are interested in getting them, yes or no, etc. etc. So Tanner, we'll start with you.
Yondu, yes. Squadron Supreme, no. I don't have any connections to that. And Yondu can go in my Timeline Guardians display.
Very nice.
Pretty much it.
No, nice. I like it. That's perfect. That's perfect. It's perfect. Ravana, what about yourself?
So I like the Yondu figure, though I'm not like in any rush to get it. But then again, with it being an exclusive, I don't know how accessible it'll be. Like if I wait, so I don't know. The other 2 I have no attachment to whatsoever, and they don't really appeal to me in any way. So.
Are you sure? Not even with his armpit there, the big blue armpit.
You know, I don't want to be one of those people that whinges, but when your collection gets to a certain point, which my Legends collection is actually pretty large right now, you get to a point where it's like I'm dabbling in Legions now, and other things are catching my eye, like Storm collectables, because my wife collects those, that you kind of have to look at the value of what you're buying, and I'm not completely satisfied with, or I want to get like one nice figure that's a little bit more expensive that's just going to bring me endless happiness, and it seems to be I want to go with the latter.
It's an easy choice when you put it like that. Absolutely makes complete sense. Justin, what about you with these 2?
I'm just honestly, I'm happy that people that want them are getting them, but I've got no interest in them.
That's fair. What about you, Rush?
Of course, new figures I will pick up eventually. I haven't, well, they're not for pre-ordered, so.
You're not.
But eventually I'll pick them up, just, unlike my name says, I'm not really in a hurry to grab them.
Don't believe him. He's in a rush to collect them.
As a lot of Group 1 said, I'm playing the long game on it. Yeah. But yeah, for not going to say anything else about, then Group 1 said a bunch.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point, where it is what it is at this point.
With the body molds and everything, I don't care. So
yeah. Jamie, Jay, sorry.
Yondu, yeah, definitely going to be buying Yondu. Happy to have a new character in the Guardians team, so Yondu's on the list. With the 2-pack, I have the original Hyperion. I do prefer the newer version, so if it does get reduced, I'll probably sell that one and swap it over. With Dr. Spectrum, well, everyone's already said everything you can say on Doctor Spectrum, so not particularly interested in him. But again, if it comes to the sale, I'll probably pick him up. It's a new character, but about it really.
Cool. I think your camera's glitched. Oh no, you're back again. You were glitching for a second. You're good. Because you've been streaming too much, your internet's giving up on you.
Yeah, that's fine, I think.
It's all good. It's all good. Jamie, what about you?
Just going to echo what everyone else said. Really, I'm not in a collecting rush for them.
Yeah.
I'll get it if I see it, but at the moment, I'm not pre-ordering anything. Trying to stick to my rules this year.
So, for the record, everyone, I'm the same. I've not pre-ordered anything this year yet. Like, I'm waiting until things pop up in store or pop up in stock, and then if I want them, they're there. I'll make that decision then. Craig, what about you?
Yeah, Yondu, I'm all over. Since the first Guardians come out, I went back and read a few of the originals. So, and I wanted a original Yondu in my collection. I want the Guardians, to be fair, so like Charlie 27 and
Martin X, yeah,
so on and so forth. Yeah. The only thing is I've got to go back and get Vance Astro at some point.
He would have been so cheap last week, but I do think these type of reveals push those characters up on the aftermarket. Might still be cheap, might still be okay.
As it goes for the Squadron Supreme, who are they?
Okay, that's
I have
fair.
no recollection. As you put it, Dr. Rectum, or whatever they called him. Yeah, it's just when we're hitting a new year and we're getting the bookie cap again, it's kind of like a bit of a downer. But if it's on sale and say Game sell it for $5.99, I might get FOMO.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
But apart from that, yeah, I haven't really pre-ordered anything this year much, really. Only the X-Men in their blue and gold. And obviously the Blob, because I missed the Blob. So
yeah, I didn't expect anything different, to be fair, in regards to speaking about that. But it is Legends and Liquor, so I don't want people to think we're ignoring them. So yeah, everyone's on the general consensus here where it's just the value's not there at the minute, and it's frustrating. But I do like the character choice, like the world building aspects. It's just Bucky Cap, it's not good enough. But anyway, let's get into something more exciting and talk about stuff we are looking forward to in 2023. So this can be anything. This isn't Legends related. This is something else that you're looking forward to, whether it's another line, another reveal. It doesn't even have to be revealed yet, but maybe a potential possibility that it's going to happen in 2023. All right, so Tanner's rubbing his fingers. He's ready for this. What are you looking forward to, Tanner?
So the only thing I've pre-ordered so far this year, you could probably guess, the Mezco Turtles. How could I not?
They're not coming out this year, though, are they? They're coming out in 2028.
I know,
it's
but that's the only thing I've pre-ordered so far this year.
Okay.
Other than that, we are looking at what else am I quite the NECA Turtles comic set, whether it be Last Ronin, whether it be the Mirage set, everything just looks amazing. That is, what I will be looking forward to picking up this year. More or less most of the figures from that line. Other than that, you got the Mafex Hush line. We got Poison Ivy. I'm not sure if that's this year.
Should be, but it probably
and Nightwing
won't,
as well.
Annoyingly,
yeah. Nightwing as well.
Nightwing will be this year for sure, I think.
Yeah, and then what else is there? I mean, a couple of Mezcos I've got. I think, like Alexian Group 1, Ghost Rider, and then is Spidey due this year as well? I'm not sure. Probably not. But it's Mezco. You never know.
Yeah, he's due by Christmas, I think. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, with Mezco and Mafex, it's a guessing game. Even Mafex delay everything. Like you say, Poison Ivy is probably meant to be coming out this year, but we'll be lucky to see it before the year is out. But I think you'll get Nightwing this year in regards to Mezco. Mafex, sorry. Mafex is the Nightwing. But yeah, plenty of stuff. What about Power Rangers wise? Are you in on the Zord Ascension? Are you going to get the Tiger Zord and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Dragon Zord and I've got the Zord and I've pre-ordered the Astro as well. So we'll be picking Tiger Zord to go in there. Again, because Dragon Zord had some QC issues, am I putting all my hopes in it, getting my hopes up in case the same thing happens with the Tiger Zord? Not quite. Some of the figures they're redoing for Power Rangers, the remastered figures look so good. It's watching that stream, I'm like, I've got the originals, I don't want it. And then coming towards the end, I'm like, I'm gonna have to order these ones, try and sell my old ones, didn't I? So
Look, for the Power Rangers, I've already said my piece. Like, I am going to use the ones that I've currently got right now. I'll keep those as base bodies to display the civilian heads, and then these remastered Rangers I will buy for the best representation I can possibly have of the Mighty Morphin Rangers. So I don't feel like already having a set is enough to put me off, because I can justify it in the collection still. Otherwise, my civilian heads are just going to be sat in a box anyway. So that's how I've found the piece there.
Power Rangers line is looking good for what they've revealed so far. There hasn't been many pre-orders though up.
No, not
yet. So you've got a lot of teams being completed, including the Alien Ranger team all at once.
Yep.
For Amazon. I've gone over pretty much everything. I think. I don't think there's anything else. Unless there's something I've mysteriously forgotten about.
Well, just think, there's plenty of stuff from every line that hasn't been revealed yet, has there? So I'm sure there'll be, at the end of the year, our top 5 will probably be things that we don't even know about yet. You know, we don't know.
Exactly.
Ravana,
also, the anticipation for a Marvel Legends HasLab, if they do one this year, to see how they bounce back.
Yeah, me and Rich are taking a holiday when that gets announced this year, for sure. Just going to disappear for a little bit. Ravana, what about you? What are you excited for?
So the two things that come to mind right away are the HasLabs that hopefully we'll get this year. I know that the Hiss Tank, and I also have the Death Source coming as well.
Okay, yeah. Transformers, right?
Yeah. I really, really like that one. And since the Engine of Vengeance went down the toilet, that kind of enabled me to get that. So it kind of worked out for me. I have a lot of stuff on pre-order from Legions. Really excited about those. What else? Wifey told me what my birthday present is already in April, and it's the 1/6 Noob Cybot from Storm Collectables, which I am absolutely over the moon about. I don't have any 1/6 figures. That's gonna be my first one.
You'll have to show it off. Have to show us when you get it.
I'm super excited for that one. And I also have a Mandalorian 2.0 from Mayfex, hopefully at the end of the year that comes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You'll have to show them off when you get it. Not a lot of it, because everything's so expensive. None of us really dabble in the 1/6 sort of world, but undoubtedly the figures are amazing.
I never would have bought it for myself. She just saw me go ape shit over it when I saw it, and she's like, yeah, because we buy each other a lot of toys for special occasions, which is really nice. It's great to have a partner that shares this hobby, in all honesty. I'm very lucky. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds fun. Rush, what about you?
Honestly, there's so much to actually get excited about that it's unbelievable. Or trying to figure out what's actually going to be coming out this year. I mean, of course, you got the NECA gargoyles. There's a few because we're all Hasbro shills here. There's a Transformers live stream on Tuesday that I'm hoping that they announce the next Studio Series Dinobot Snarl, just because that's one I'm excited about. NECA talked about the Disney dinosaurs. I would love to see how they are. Currently looking for the Alf figure right now. It looks like it's on Walmart.com, so I'm going to try and pick that one up. There's just so much this year, so it's a lot of it's been advertised. It's just waiting to see what actually comes out in the following.
In regards to gargoyles, you're right. By the end of this year, we should hopefully have like all the main cast, right? With all the main what is it? Brooklyn is up for pre-order.
Lexington, Broadway.
Are they all up for pre-order now, though? Right? They are all up. They've all been solicited.
No. The only other one that's up for pre-order right now is just Broadway, not Broadway, Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
The red one. It's like Broadway, Lexington hasn't gone up. I think the pre-order went up for the gray Steel Clan armor one, but I'm waiting for the red one. So again, I say this every live stream. I just wish that the gargoyles would start getting released a little quicker. Maybe at least just one a month or something, not one every 3 months. So they've shown so much. So I just put it out now. You've got my money. Just sell it.
Big Will in the chat. Thank you very much. Showing some love. He says, looking forward to another year of the Who Crew. Thank you very much, Will. Well, I'm not going anywhere. As long as these guys are still supporting what I do over here, then I'm still here. Don't you worry. And you mentioned the dinosaurs as well, by the way. I forgot that NECA are doing the dinosaurs. And I had those toys as a kid. I can't, was it Hasbro that made them back then? I can't remember. But I remember them on the dinosaur egg packaging, and like you just had the family essentially. I 100% had them, and I'm tempted by what NECA do. So we need to see more of them, because they've showed us the dad and the baby, right? That's it so far.
I'm seriously thinking about just putting together like a TV shelf with Alf and the Disney dinosaurs. Elvira could go on to it. Just, collections that you saw on TV and don't really fit anywhere else. Like NECA's doing such a great job. It's like just showing my wife the Alf figure and all the accessories, like the cat in the sandwich, which is probably going to be, accessory of the year. It all looks amazing. So just waiting for it to actually start hitting stores.
Yeah, I know who Alf is, but I don't think we had him. It wasn't a big deal in the UK. Any of the UK lads remember Alf? Was it a big deal? Was it on all the time? Or I don't remember it.
My uncle was a massive fan of Alf and had like a teddy and everything. So I'm not sure.
It was on TV. I know it was on TV because I'm aware of it, but it just wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't a big.
It was both live action. Then they had a cartoon series for a while. There's a few like direct to TV movies that followed up on it. We have spoke about it on here before, and when it was first revealed. But it's just one of them where I don't know, just didn't have that buzz over here in the UK, I guess. But the figure looks great. I've seen the Geek Effect do like a quick review of it, and the figure does look really good. So hopefully you should. I reckon you'll find that soon. Really will. Yeah, like I said, it's up on. I'm about to order on Walmart.com. It'll probably ship before the next Legends show. So
there you go. Jamie, what about you then? What are you looking forward to?
Well, you know me, I love like wacky characters, so I'm looking forward to like various wacky things like bird-related characters.
Any ducks? Yeah.
Rider, that's never going to happen. Just anything that takes my fancy, really. But I love the wacky characters like the Gwenpool, Howard the Duck. I think that's
the fun factor. Yeah, the fun factor. Just the characters that are just fun. Yeah, I get it.
But also, I really want somebody to finally come out with a decent Lois Lane figure.
Oh, okay.
There's no Lois Lanes to go with your Superman.
What version of Lois Lane you want though? Like what representation? Because she's had different looks and actresses and whatever.
Just a standard comic Lois Lane would do.
Okay.
I mean, I would like Lois from Smallville, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Oh, good choice.
You're not wrong though. Like Lois Lane, obviously love interest of Superman, not represented in plastic for your shelf. And I like adding those civilian. That's what world building is all about. But good pick for sure. But be interesting to see. I could see maybe McFarlane going there eventually. Maybe they do. No, I suppose
he doesn't like females. Period. And to make a female just wearing like a business suit is like.
You're not wrong.
No appeal from.
Yeah,
if you look at every single design, he makes the choice of what looks cool. A regular female in a business suit, he's not going to care for.
Also,
McFarlane's a boomer
on a business suit.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're all are not wrong. You're all not wrong.
If McFarlane releases the Lois Lane, it's going to be from the All-Star Superman, where Superman gave Lois some of his powers for a while, so she's got like a Superman-style outfit. But that was just like a 12-issue limited series. That will be the.
That wouldn't stop McFarlane. You can have one panel, and McFarlane will pick it for a figure. Just looking at the chat real quick. Phil says Alf was big in the UK 1987 to 1990. Okay, so I was far too young. And then he says you're too young for Alf, Dan. And Rich says I remember Pogs. I remember Pogs too. Oh no, that was Cheeky Monkey Kiara. I remember Pogs.
I remember Pogs.
We don't need Pogs to come back. I wouldn't be interested in Pogs coming back out. Your boy's got toy says I'd love to hear more about the Biker from Mars, and that leads me perfectly into Jay, because I'm sure that's probably going to be one of Jay's picks.
It's on the list.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, when the Cell Company announced Biker Mice from Mars, I got very excited. I'm trying to clear shelf space, as you know, probably already. Hopefully, they're based on the classic cartoon, because I know they're saying they're going to do a new cartoon, or at least the designs are the same. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. They are doing a cartoon as well, so maybe the figures are of the cartoon they're making rather than going backwards. Ah, okay, interesting.
Which is kind of what's making me a bit nervous on that one, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So. We're excited for that. I'm going to reiterate what Rush has said about gargoyles. I cannot wait for Xanatos in a business suit. That is literally one of my most wanted figures ever. So I'm looking forward to him, and in his red sort of steel clan armor as well. Because I had that as a kid.
So
the removable, he had his little removable armor. I think the original Penner figure had. I've got the figure somewhere, but I don't have the armor.
Oh, so. The back in the day, the Kenner toy, yeah.
Yeah, the Kenner toy, you could take the armor off. He's got his little ponytail behind the back. I've got the figure, but not the armor.
Jay, would you want to see them do what it called, the Wild Pack, where then they've also got Xanatos as like Coyote and stuff like that?
I'll literally buy anything. I think from Gargoyles. I'm trying to clear another shelf space for it.
Bring it, want it.
Yeah. As I said, I recently rewatched the Gargoyles cartoon. Like when NECA started doing the figures again, and it holds up. It holds up. You can watch it now. It's not dated or anything like that, because the story's very isolated on the characters. So it's not really got things in it that makes it dated. You know, like with technology and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It still holds up, I think.
Well, what's funny, especially with the Gargoyles, so much of it is pulled from Shakespeare. You've got Hamlet. You've got, was it Midsummer's Night Dream or something with Puck, which Puck is one of my favorite characters in that show. So,
yeah, no, I think I still need to watch some of the second season, but I've rewatched all the season 1 quite quickly.
So good.
Yeah, really good.
I'm currently on a rewatch too. I'm in season 2.
Yeah.
Keeping with cartoons, very excited to finally have a Simpsons line, because I've missed out all the years on the World of Springfield. Everything.
I'm very curious, Jay. That like out of the way you collect, the World of Springfield has been out for years, and it's still very obtainable on the aftermarket. Have you never dabbled in the World of Springfield?
I've never gone back to look. No, I just assumed it was really expensive now, so never.
It's not super expensive. Certain figures are, and certain figures are more harder to get. But you can get like the World of Springfield collection I wouldn't say cheap, but it's obtainable, shall we say? So, yeah.
Maybe I
Jay. Next time I go to Universal, they've got the Springfield there with all the Simpsons. They've usually have some like exclusive characters. I'll take pictures and send it to you. So if there's any figures that you're looking for, I can pick them up for you.
Well, cheers, thank you. Yes, I know. I love the Simpsons. Gara had never seen it until literally last year when I sent her on a rewatch of seasons about 1 to 12. We've gone through nearly every episode, so now a massive Simpsons fan too, and loves all the sort of Simpsons references throughout the streams. So she enjoyed it.
I'm literally holding the camera above my head, so I don't even know if you could see any of that. But I do have some of the World of Springfield stuff on display. But I've got a box upstairs of like mint on card, and when I say boxes, I've got loads. So I think I'll do a video one day showing all that off.
With Super 7 doing Simpsons figures, it might be a good time to get into the World of Springfield. People might be getting rid of that in favor of Super 7 too.
Yeah, I've pre-ordered all the Super 7, but yeah, maybe it is worth having a little.
The Super 7 will never get as deep as the World of Springfield, and if they do, you'll be waiting 2 decades because the slowness of it. So yeah.
There are announced 7 waves of Simpsons before they get around to wave 2. So
yeah, probably.
You never know.
Probably.
They do take their time. At least it's good for my billing because I haven't got to pay the bill because I pre-ordered so much for Super 7 and I generally can't afford to pay the bill and have to sell some more toys. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Any more, Jay?
Final thing would be the Turtles, the classic NECA cartoon line. It's the play sets, the sewers, the living room, the kitchen, Donatello's lab.
I'm
Hoping
excited.
to see a bit more of them. So.
I'm excited. I'm right there with you. I think after Legends, the cartoon Turtles has always been my next line. Like that's the one. If I had to cut down Legends and Turtles, so yeah, I'm excited for those. That again, those dioramas, like you said, we get the van this year as well. Nice to know that's already paid for and on the way. Like so, yeah, should be a great year for Turtles. And of course, you get your what's her name? Jersey Red. You get her right.
Jersey Red, yeah. I'm very excited for Jersey Red. had to backtrack and get a Scrag on the secondary market, but to have a complete team is going to be pretty cool.
I got this one for my loot crate, and I went and got another Scrag on the aftermarket this week, like, because Tanner wouldn't sell me his for 30 quid. It was out of order, so I had to go to the aftermarket. Okay, 35, Tanner. No, never mind.
Add a 0 on the end, and then we'll talk.
Okay, let's go to let's go to Justin underneath. Justin, what are you excited for?
I'm really excited to see what they do with the Spider-Man VHS line. See what kind of 2-packs we'll get. Because they've only shown the very first one.
They have. And Dan Yoon at MCM, sorry to jump in, but he was talking about that line, and he was saying that he's really excited about that line because it's not just reissues. There's going to be new characters in that line that we haven't got before, and it's going to be a mix of, like, some might have cell shading, others might not, and so I'm the same as you. Where are they going to go here?
The only thing
the best thing that Dan said there is he thinks that one of the figures from the anime line is so good that he thinks it's going to be figure of the year.
Oh yeah,
that was that made me interested in that. I'm not interested in cell shading, but I want to see what he's talking about there.
And did they say they're all going to be 2-packs?
Yeah.
So that kind of worries me because I really want the animated series Doc Ock above everything. So I don't know if they would put him in a 2-pack or do him as a deluxe release later.
Could be an exclusive or a deluxe or whatever. Or who knows? Again, this is their way of giving us retro style nostalgic figures without the plastic packaging. I do think they will come back to plastic packaging eventually when Hasbro realise that profits are going down because the collectors are dropping out. But for the time being, this year, we're only going to be getting those boxes. So I forgot about that.
With bendy wires.
Bendy wire. They have teased.
Bendy wire tentacle.
He has teased it, but I reckon that's for the movie. I reckon that's movie Doc Ock.
They've done it with Scorpion and they've done it with Lizard.
Yeah,
they can do it with Doc Ock.
We didn't get him on the retro card either, so we do need him in that sort of colour palette. There's loads. There's Chameleon. We still need on that retro card. But same with Kraven. That Kraven they announced and they gave us the digital render of Kraven, but they haven't said where it's coming. Now I think that's going to be in this VHS line, but for me it's annoying because I've got all these figures on the wall. I
thought they said that he's going to be a Walmart exclusive.
Oh, maybe he is, but he's not going to be on the retro card, surely, or is he? If Kraven is on the retro card, I'll be very happy, but I don't think he will be.
They might sneak it out, but I doubt it.
I think if he was going to be on the retro card, Dan Yoon would have said, but the fact that they haven't said, it just means they're avoiding giving us bad news. So
true.
But
that's really the only thing I'm really looking forward to for Legends, besides maybe an updated MCU. Oh my gosh, Samuel Jackson.
Nick Fury. Well,
Nick Fury,
we are getting a Secret Invasion, first Disney Plus series of the year, so you're going to get an old man Nick Fury.
Yeah. Besides that, I'm really excited to see what Lightning Collection's doing this year. We're going to finish so many teams. Just like Tanner said, the 5-pack of the Alien Rangers. We're starting Turbo with the Blue Centurion. It's pretty much been leaked at this point that we are getting Turbo Red. We just don't know if it's going to come with a Tommy head or a TJ. We're finishing Dino Thunder. Just getting a lot of good teams. Hopefully, this past 2022 was kind of a down year for them, at least at the beginning, or I guess you could say middle. It kind of hit a lull there where they weren't releasing much. And I'm really excited to get the Astro Megazord. I skipped out on the Dino Megazord and the Dragon Zord, but I've got the Astro Megazord.
It looks massive. It looks big compared to those two as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Really, I was super tempted by the Dragon Zord, but I'm getting the Super 7 Dragon Zord. So I'm gonna go with that because I think it might scale pretty well with the Lightning Collection monster figures.
Oh yeah.
And really, the only reason I would have been tempted to get the Zord Ascension Project Dragon Zord is if I'd got the Dino Zord to kind of combine them. But the Astro Megazord is going to be amazing. I'm going to wait and see on the Tiger Zord. If it goes on a decent sell, I'll probably pick it up.
Look, it's crazy that we celebrate the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers this year, and you are talking about, I'm skipping this because I might get this. Like we've got options. It's crazy that it's like we're not forced to this one line, you have options, and again, options are a great thing. But it's crazy. 30 years later, you're still going, well, I'm not going to get that one because I'm going to get this one, and it's just great to have that choice and selection.
Yes. Are y'all excited for the 30-year anniversary special on Netflix?
I'm curious of it for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just pure nostalgic, just for pure nostalgia alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With that, it's so strange now because on Infinity Equation 2 weeks ago, it was finally brought to my attention that the Black Ranger only has 4 fingers.
Yeah.
And now I can't look at him without seeing it. It's so weird now. It's like anytime they show a new a Morphin Power Rangers Black Ranger, I'm like, he has more than 4 fingers. It's not accurate. I can't get it now.
Yeah. Just looking at the chat real quick here. First of Chicken saying Thief. Maybe like on the VHS line for Spider-Man would be good. He'd need his wheelchair though, I think, but he doesn't. I guess you could have him without
Or you could have the later version with the little gun thing on his shoulders.
Yeah, I think that's the way they go.
That's one I want.
That's the one they go. That's the one they'd go, and that's the one I'd probably prefer, to be fair. But yeah, that's a good call.
Handmade Doc Ock animated 2-pack.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that.
I'd take an art made. I think the Legends team know we want an art made, but it's a fact of how would they release it.
They've got to do it with a
it's not
figure.
not a single packed art mate. Hang on, my screen's gone off.
Just do a double packed Aunt May, a cartoon one and a Marissa Tomei one.
A 3-pack movie Aunt May.
I'd buy it.
Different ages.
I'd buy it. I'd buy it. Craig, it looks like you're about to do magic tricks when you blow that smoke. By the way, when you're puffing on your thing, it's like you're about to disappear or something. Yeah, I thought your house was on fire when I looked. When I glanced at your screen, I could see the smoke. I was about to go, run, Craig, get out the window. But no, it's just you vaping.
It's just there anyway, so easier.
Any more, Justin?
No, I think that's about it.
No, good. Yeah, lots of stuff there. Power Rangers Wife. 30th anniversary, I think, should be with the remastered. I am actually looking forward to getting those figures for sure.
I'm gonna do with my display what you were talking about, Dan. The older Mighty Morphin figures. I'm actually gonna use the morphing hands that the new ones come with.
There you go.
See, the morphers. And then I'm gonna put the new ones with the helmets on right in front of.
There are absolutely
like next tier.
Absolutely ways to justify keeping the old versions. Absolutely, like it's not just I have to get this. No, use them. Plenty of accessories, plenty of posing options. Yeah, great for sure. All right, Craig, let's go to you. What are you excited for in 2023?
Anything X-Men really. Like we've already got quite a lot of releases and reveals, so I'm hoping for more X-Men stuff.
Any particular character you'd like to see?
I'd like the original 5 redone again in their blue and yellow suits. I'd like the original X-Force, so Jean, Beast, Angel. We've already got the Cyclops, so we don't need him. We just need the other 3, and other 4 Iceman as well. I'm looking forward to Blob. I can't wait for Blob to come because I missed him the first time, and he'd look great because I've got a Brotherhood thing now after having Avalanche come out, and then we've had Mystique the previous, which I've got her as well. The blue and gold sets I'm really looking forward to because from day one I've been like saying on anyone's predictions, I'm like we want the blue and gold sets, we want them, but I'm hoping we're going to get a Lilandra to go with them, and maybe another Gladiator because I missed on Gladiator as well. So when I spoke to Dan Yoon about it at MCM, he says we might not disappoint on them characters because I said Starjammers as well. So hopefully we're going to see the Starjammers lead into the Imperial Guard.
Yep.
Maybe.
More Shi'ar as well. As you said, Lilandra needs a body. I do think a chance of a re-release of Gladiator's an option as well because he's a popular character. Goes for a pretty penny on the aftermarket. And usually they re-release characters like that for sure. But,
have you seen like every single character they've done on like the Hyperion body mold? Hyperion, Sentry, Gladiator was on. They're redoing all those bodies with a new figure. So Gladiator's probably next.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that as well. Like using that body mold, he's bound to be coming. He's bound to be, especially now they've released that blue and gold team where they go and fight the Imperial Guard in that comic. So, they're a big part of that comic. So whether they're going to be coming after them, we'll never know.
There's still characters on that cover as well, that like Deathbird and Professor X and stuff we could get in figure form.
Yeah, you've got Savage Rogue as well and Savage Magneto. There's so many. You've got, like I say, Xavier in his battle armor suit, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from Marvel Legends, that's about it for me. Maybe I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff on Rectangular's list, shall we say. He's been right so far, so...
Look, that list is just... He's been proved right that basically however he got that information or whoever gave it him is basically right. Do you know what I mean? So I think 90% of that list is going to come true. A few things might get tweaked, but yeah, it seems like very genuine list.
The second he puts the evil Turkish Spider-Man on one of these lists, I'll be celebrating. I'll upload a YouTube video just of me celebrating.
He's gonna put it on a list now just to troll you and just never actually gets released.
If he does, then so be it.
Right, people, let's race some dogs. Sorry.
I was going to say, as it goes for the lines, Power Rangers, I'm looking forward to the new remastered ones. But I haven't pre-ordered anything as such. But like you, I'm going to have my old ones morphing and my new ones with the drop-down hips fighting in fighting poses. So, yeah. And then G.I. Joe, I'm looking forward to anything G.I. Joe. So, classified.
Yeah, like Ravanna said, with the Hiss Tank this year, I do think...
Oh, yeah, Hiss Tank.
And they've said in their live stream opening the Sky Striker that this year is going to be a big year for Joe's. Again, the success of the Hiss Tank has proved to Hasbro that there's collectors out there that want G.I. Joe stuff, so I do think there's going to be more of an influx for Joe products. And
I see them doing another HasLab this next year.
They have to. They will have to. Yeah, when you have a success like that, you'd be foolish not to. And it has to be a Joe vehicle.
Even before the Hiss Tank comes, they'll do it.
Has to be a Joe vehicle as well. The Joes need some ammunition to go up against Cobra. That's too much.
We need that canoe. We need that.
Oh, absolutely. We need a canoe. A canoe. Tom will be very happy. Maybe Tanner will be happy, and they get a transforming canoe. So they give us the G.I. Joe canoe that transforms into a transformer. Don't know what transforming.
If that happens, transforming to Tom.
If that happens, I hope it's not HasLab.
Yeah.
If the canoe happens, are we going to call it the Dan Who canoe?
No, it's not even it's not even me. It was Tom. Tom gave me that list of vehicles to say out loud, and because I'm the idiot on YouTube, they all thought it was me that wants the canoe. I do want the canoe, but that's Tom's
but
list.
It rhymes.
It's mini plastic multiverses canoe. Okay, we're going to race some ducks, people, before we get out of here, as always. So this is a legit duck race, adding points to the board. Jamie could sit here right now and win. Just win. Be the first ever duck champion. He only needs to finish second or first to make that happen. And then I'm going to have to cough up a big prize that I've been promising for nearly 2 years. It'll be big. We shall see. Let's race some ducks. I've already put the comment in the chat anyway. Leave one comment underneath if you want to race a duck. If you're lurking, and I know there's people lurking, look, jump up, give me a little emoji, give me a duck emoji in the chat, and I'll add you to the race. A lot of people I have already written down. If you've been a guest today, you don't need to do it. You're already down. I've already put a few extras in as well, like California Red Devil, Little Leaf Creations, because you asked me to very nicely. I always try and add the replay crew in. Go on, Tanner.
I will say is just keep an eye out for Mike Hex, because so many times he gets the second duck in there.
Yeah, I guess.
Just keep an eye out for Mike Hex.
He's been quiet in the chat today. He's been ill, isn't he? Bless him. So he's not. I don't think he's been typing away. I'm going to try real quick and just take names, because I have a regular list, you see. So just going to look for Mike real quick. Mike. Yeah, okay. Mike's in my list once, so I don't need him again. Okay, so taking some more names. Thirsty for Chicken, you're already in my regular list. Tom, you're already in my regular list. David's already in my regular list. Tom says, love that canoe, just won't go away.
Where are we going to get a canoe emoji?
Oh shit, we could probably make that happen. Maybe there is a canoe emoji. I swear someone sent me a canoe emoji already.
With Tom in the top rowing.
Hang on. I'm taking names. I'm just trying to make sure people ain't in twice, but it's really hard. Yeah, David, Evan, and Smith, you're all in. Plastic, a hell of a drug. You are in.
I can confirm there is a canoe emoji.
I told you there was a canoe emoji.
And I can also confirm I've been eBaying Will Springfield while we've been here.
Look, don't pull the trigger on anything yet. Don't pull the trigger on anything yet. Let's speak.
I'm just browsing, having a look.
I'm not an expert, but I've been collecting that line for like over a decade. So,
Kiara, if you're watching this, take the phone away from Jay. Just do it now.
I'll give him the phone.
Intervention.
There you go. The phone.
I think Jay just won 3 bids already.
The phone's gone.
I did a Jay thing this week. I decided to rewatch the Clone Wars on Disney Plus, and I've already been eBaying and looking for that series, Armored Jedi's. So, you know, I was like, God damn you, Jay, and your cartoons.
Right, I think we're good. I'm just going to start
I
racing.
know everyone's talking about Joe's. On YouTube, I was watching the G.I. Joe movie, and I've never really been a Joe person. I don't have a Joe collection, but that was a tough watch. I ended up turning it off like after 30 minutes. Like, it was just bad.
It's of its time, I think. It's one of them where it's like you just have that nostalgic attachment now. It's like the same with the Turtle movies. Like, I love the second movie more than the first, even though I know subjectively the first one's probably the better movie. But the second one is the first one I've seen. It's the one I gravitated to, and I just can't help but love that film.
Unlike the Transformers, which actually is still really, really, really good.
I'm still pissed off at the decisions they made in that movie. Why Optimus? Why did it have to be Optimus? Still think that was a foolish decision.
The toy was discontinued by that time.
Even now, that was a foolish decision. Okay. Let me take these names. I just think we're good.
The G.I. Joe movie has a classic soundtrack, though. I do like the Cobra in the soundtrack movie.
And the Transformers, the soundtrack in that's amazing. I remember just them two. They were the only 2 videos that were in my local video store at the time. I used to buy them, get them every weekend, and just rewatch them over and over again.
Ravanna, give me a number from 1 to 3.
2.
2 it is. Sorry, I'm shuffling ducks, people. 1 shuffle. 2 shuffle. Alright, I've made sure Mike's not in twice. Someone else may be in twice, but Mike's not in twice. Sorry, Mike. I know you're ill. He is in the chat. He's lingering. Home Dude says, do you have me? Home Dude, you were too... no, but I'll add ya. And disavowed. Okay. Let me edit. Cause I'm nice like that. Especially with regular names as well. Okay, I'll still shuffle it twice, though. That has been locked in. Okay.
All I can see now is canoe emojis.
Home Dude, and let's add Disavowed as well. Disavowed always shares on his Instagram story, which I appreciate. Thank you, Disavowed. Okay, cool. I think that's Night of Ren. I think Night of Ren was already in. I can't remember. All right, everyone, shut up. Right, no, he wasn't. Okay, you're in. You're the last one in. Night of Ren's the last one in. If you're not in now, you were too slow. That's on you, not on me. All right. Okay. Set. Right, shuffle twice again. I will go full screen, of course. Now, this is for points on the board, as always. Oh, am I changing volume? What's going on?
It's everyone against Jamie right now.
Yeah, it literally is. Everyone. Basically, everyone's plan is to just make sure Jamie don't get on the podium.
Doesn't matter. My duck comes nowhere anyway.
Okay. Look, today could be your day, Craig. Today could be your day. Right.
Craig is killing you that race.
Mate. Come on, show a little.
I'm cheering for you now, Craig.
Come on now.
I wish you was racing rabbits.
I'm against myself because I don't want this to end yet.
Okay. Right. Let's do this. Okay. So, as you know, people, this is the World Duck Racing League, officially commissioned by me. It's legit. It's real. To be part of the race, all you have to do is be here live, and you get added. Your points will continue each week. First place 10 points, second place 6 points, third place 3 points, fourth place 2 points, fifth place gets points on the board. The first person to get 50 points is crowned the champion of season 1 of the Duck Racing League, and then will be defending their championship rolling into League 2. Getting very serious now. We are going to be crowning a winner anytime now. It could be today. I'm going full screen for this, people. We're not messing around. I've already shuffled it twice. Good luck to everyone in the chat. Good luck to everyone here live. Usually being here live helps. I'm free. in 2, in 1. Let's race some damn ducks. And they're off. Okay, Rush, you've still got your old Instagram up there, but that's fine. Your duck's starting off okay. Mike Hex in the middle of the park as well. Little Leaf Creations is there as well, watching on the replay. Cloud down there is the Judge Duck, taking an early lead with Mike Hex. And then Rich M is the red duck now, slowly creeping up in 3rd place, it seems. Eddie Rodriguez is the purple duck with the dots at the back. I can see the wolf pack down there. Logan Dan's toys. You bring toys to work is the dinosaur duck up top, challenging Rush, just getting in front of Rush there. It's a crowded pack. I can see different ducks moving. Paul McCarthy's at the bottom there with the wolf pack. Now the ducks at the bottom. We can see Ab Nugler has dressed his duck as a mermaid, thinking it gives him an aqua advantage in today's race. We shall see. Night Ren is the COVID variant duck. Christy up top as well. We got Kurt K, who hopefully should be watching on the replay. He's just took the lead. Dan Yoon is lingering as well. Your boy's got toys in the middle of the park. Lily of the Gym is in the middle of the park making a move forward. Cheeky Monkey Kiara, again, if she gets a win today, then she's chopping on the joy behind Jamie, I think. So a win today would be big for her. Who's that in the middle of the park? I can't see the full name. I can see Owen just behind though. Ravanna, I can see you up there. Embered Wings with Damien Ristori with the strawberry hat. Again, Damien's up there as well. If he gets points on the board today, he could be after Jamie. Ren Walker's in the middle of the park, going forward. Mike D now coming up. 30 seconds left. You don't really want your duck in the top right now. You want him to make a late surge. Just like Mark Tat doing his with his pink duck down there. We've got Derek as well, the purple duck. Rush is still holding the lead. You've been lingering, Rush. You haven't disappeared yet, so conserve your energy. Last 10 seconds. Anything can happen now. Last 10 seconds. Mike D's holding it strong. Mike D is holding it strong in the middle of the park, but he's dropped back. He's getting tired. Someone else is coming out of nowhere. This is who is it? Is it Disavowed?
Disavowed.
It's Disavowed. He's done it. He got in the race. It's really late, but he's won. Disavowed. You lucky bastard. That's out of my kindness. I added you in the race there real late, and you got to win, you sneaky bastard. You're in. Congratulations, my friend. He does share the duck race every week, to be fair, so I don't mind that. Disavowed, congratulations, my friend. 10 points on the board to you. Mike, you were close. You were there right for a while, but then you dropped back. I didn't see who else. Does anyone else see who placed? Jamie, I didn't see your duck once.
I think Hugo got second.
Okay, Hugo got second.
I'm fairly certain Hugo got second.
Okay, Jamie, to be fair, I promise your duck was in that race. All right, I haven't deleted you to try and keep this. You're in there. Yeah, I couldn't see you. All right, okay, let's have a look at this.
Now, Jamie, in a different multiverse, before we added Disavowed, you actually won this, but you know.
Yeah. Okay, so Disavowed, gold medal. Hugo, bronze medal. Justin, you're in it. And me.
What? Dan, you got the board.
Yes, I got 2 points on the board. Justin, you got third place.
I think those are my first points.
First point. There you go. You're on the board now. 3 points, my friend. You're right. You were right up top, I think, in that pack. Right. Okay. It's hard to see. I didn't even see myself. I never seen my name once during that whole race, and there I am, that pink duck right at the top.
Justin's the duck with the snorkel on.
Oh, there you go. There you go, Justin. Just before. Yeah. Very, very cool. Okay. And then 5th place is Daniel Hayden, who will be watching on the replay. So Daniel Hayden on the replay. Daniel W right now in 4th place. Yes, finally. Come on. I need to rig this to give myself more points, don't I? It's my own race. I need to add myself in more than once, but for some reason I always put Mike's name in. There you go then. Disavowed, 10 points. Hugo, 6. Justin, I think that's 3 or 4. Me, it's 2. And then Daniel Hayden with 1 point. There you go. I'll add them to the leaderboard. And next week I will update the leaderboard. And Jamie, you're still there, my friend. Still not quite there yet, but it's happening. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So congratulations to everybody. Congratulations. Disavowed still in the chat. Who's come in last?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Congratulations, Disavowed. In last was David, Evan, and Smith. The might of all 3 of them couldn't get them not to finish last. Kurt K just above, but he was probably drunk. That's fair. Brandon was in just behind. Then Christopher Allen, Northern Nomad. He's locked out of his house, so that's fair. So he wasn't training properly. Logan Rushaw down there, unfortunately, with Mark Tat, Cloud, Bring Toys to Work. It's mad, though, that Rush was, like, hovering with the pack for a while.
I knew I was going to lose at that point.
And then just dropped all the way down. Tana, you're down there as well, unfortunately. Cheeky Monkey Kiara dropped low as well. So yeah, a lot of names.
Well, I just saw Jamie, so
I just saw me.
I just seen me as well.
Okay, cool. There you were. Okay, officially Jamie was in there. It wasn't a rigged race. He finished 24th. Okay, and so Mike dropped all the way down to 23rd. Okay, fun times as always, people. Absolute nonsense, but it's always a little bit of fun to end these streams here on a Sunday. As always, let me thank everyone in the chat. Let these guys tell you where you can find and follow them online. Everyone's links are in the description, okay? So please, we're one big community here. Go and follow all of these guys on screen. Tana, where can the people find you online?
On Instagram at SuperTurk5000 and also on this channel. At Turtles and Tea once a month. I think we're due one soon.
We're due one in Feb, my friend. Yeah, we're due one in Feb. It's been a quiet January, so we're doing it soon.
Yeah. So we'll do one then to go over the multitude of Turtles figures that have arrived in the past.
It may just be a what Tanner's picked up episode, to be fair, but we'll do it. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Craig just did a magic trick again, but he's still there. He's trying to practice disappearing, but he's still there every time. I am expecting him just to disappear one time. Craig, the last time you do that, will you disappear? That's just not quick enough. Ravana, where can we find you online?
You can find me at Emberd_Wings on Instagram and YouTube.
Beautiful. Rush?
On Instagram at collecting_rush, new name. On Fridays on YouTube on the Infinity Equation podcast, one of the co-hosts with the winner of the duck race, Disavowed, as well as Dante.
He on the next episode of Infinity Equation, right? When he introduces himself, if he doesn't introduce himself as the winner of the duck race, I will be disappointed. Okay, I'll be watching.
I will hold him to that.
Yeah. Nice. Jamie, what about you?
At JMG Toys on Instagram. I'm right here every 2 weeks.
Indeed, and wouldn't do it without you, my friend. And Jay, you can go to bed after this, all right? You're allowed. Go and rest your head.
Thank you. So you could find me at Jay's_Toy Collection UK on YouTube and Instagram, and you may know me from such live streams as the 4-hour Royal Rumble commentaries. You can watch that on the replay, or many of other unboxings are on there as well.
Yeah, indeed. Please, let's go and try and get Jay up to 1K. We can make that happen. The live streams must be good though, Jay, because it gets those watch time up. Get that watch time up. Get your channel monetized. So all good.
You had a new viewer. You had a new viewer in there. That Cruise.
Yeah, it's growing. Absolutely, consistency is key. I swear to you, honestly, with YouTube, the algorithm's a weird thing, but if you're there, you're just constantly making content. It will slowly happen. Good times. Okay, underneath Craig, still here, didn't disappear yet.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Craig's Nostalgic Collection.
There you go.
It's not in between Craig and Collection.
Again, I make it easy for everyone. The links are in the description for everyone.
Yeah, and then hopefully soon I'll be putting some new display pictures up and stuff. And I still haven't unboxed my Zord Ascension. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't unboxed from this year, so I might do a few live unboxings.
Instagram Live, yeah, indeed, absolutely. And Justin, great to have you back for 2023. Again, different room, but the signal was much better. To be fair, you're always in that other room, and it's fine. So I don't know what it was today. So don't worry about it.
No telling.
But where can we find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at JustJustinCollects, where I am working on trying to get better at taking pictures. I put up what I thought was a really cute, really cool picture with this guy the other day, so I was pretty happy with that.
Very nice. Absolutely, yeah. So again, I say this all the time, but I make this super easier for everyone. Links in the description. Click the description, and then you can just click, press follow, click, press follow, click, press follow. So easy. We will be back in 2 weeks' time, okay? It will be the 12th of February, okay? The next Legend Liquor is the 12th of February. So again, if you are a channel member at the Members Club tier, then you can be on Legends and Liquor, okay? Show some support to the channel, and I will get you on the channel you're supporting, just like these guys. And come and introduce yourself, talk some toys. It'll be great to get some fresh faces. As much as I like these guys online, it's always fun to add new faces to the regulars. So please do become a channel member, get involved, and should be some more stuff to talk about then. I have no doubts. It always is in this toy world. But until then, people...
Yeah, with it being right before Valentine's Day, is everyone going to be wearing red?
Is it really close? Oh, shit, it is close to Valentine's Day. Oh, wow. Maybe Amanda can be a special guest. That's our Valentine's date. For our date, I'm taking you to Legends and Liquor. She would hate that.
What about? What
Just tell
about
her,
a
drinks
figure
are
you love?
What was that, Jay?
What about a figure you love that week?
Oh, okay. Interesting topic. Okay.
Actually, I think this would be best and probably the most entertaining show for Valentine's Day. Let's all have our significant others on it with us so that they can describe what our collection is with them.
I agree.
That would honestly be a great show. I'd love to do that. If we can make that happen,
Right.
just have a special edition of Legends and Liquor where people bring on their other halves to talk about their perspective of the hobby. That would be really fun. We'll see if we can make that happen this year for sure. But until then, people, let's give them a wave. I'll play the intro to see us out, and we will see you on the next one. If you're on the replay, we need a word. Jamie, Jay, give us the word of the day.
The word of the day, shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Okay, if you are watching this live stream, which is over 3 hours at this point, write shenanigans in the chat, and I'll give you 10 bonus points in the comments below, all right? So, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. There we go.